Hey, shout out to Jimmy too, getting married and shit.
Yeah, shout out to Jimmy.
Having the dog in the wedding.
Oh yeah, I seen that pic. I gotta put my retainers back on.
Well, you just had your mouthpiece on.
No, it's my retainers.
Oh,
Shit.
shit, we about to start and just see if he join in later.
Shit. We might have to start without him.
Yeah, oh well.
Oh wait, hold up. What up, Briz?
It's good.
Yo. What's good?
I know you seen the Haney fight.
Yeah, I saw it.
Oh yeah. I'll let you go first. What you think?
I wasn't impressed. You know I'm hard to impress.
Yeah, I know.
I wasn't impressed at all.
Well, you weren't impressed at the whole fight or just the ending of it?
Well, he was doing a lot of clinching and holding. And I don't think Linares really fought a Linares fight. He
You're
didn't
not
he
the
didn't
first, you're not the first person I heard say that too.
huh?
I said you're not the first person I heard say that.
Yeah, I don't think he came, I think he just we know boxing. I think he was just there to work with Devin Haney. You know what I'm saying? To help the zone make money off of Devin Haney.
I mean, he is old. He is older now too.
But did you see after the fight? Well, did you see after the fight when he was talking in the locker room? Didn't you post that?
I ain't posted, but I did. Jimmy posted. I saw it though.
Yeah. When Jimmy posted it, like y'all friends. Like you asked him, do I hit harder than Lobo? Like what fighters ever ask stuff like that?
You can tell he read the fans' comment for him to ask that.
Yeah, like do I hit harder than Lobo? Lomo stopped him. What do you mean? Do you hit harder than Lobo? Lomo KO'd him. You didn't do anything. You know what I'm saying? I was impressed with Donaire though.
Yes.
Yeah, we was gonna get to that later. I was gonna do the Haney first.
I'm just throwing it out there. I mean, I was impressed with Donaire.
What you think, Hitman, with Haney fight?
Did exactly. Oh, T.Y.'s on. He did exactly what I thought was gonna happen. I said at best we'll get like, like a Mayweather Corrales type fight where Haney just beats the shit out of him and stops him. But at worst, it's probably just gonna be Haney just beating him up. Linares having his moments, which didn't come until like the last couple rounds. I mean, that fight, Devin Haney came out looking real good, but he don't got the power because he was sitting down on a lot of those shots.
Yeah, that fight.
Linares gets rocked.
I always been, everybody always say he didn't have power, and I mean, I never thought he was a knockout artist, but I was never 100% agreeing with it. But yeah, that fight did show it because he was at one point he was hitting Linares with everything he wanted to.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, don't get me wrong. He is fast. He got speed, but I mean, you like Gary Russell and Melvin Tiller. Like you got the speed, but if there's no power behind it, they're not gonna throw you in with. You see what Ryan Garcia said? Ryan Garcia said, "I'd have KO'd you that fight."
So why did he turn it down?
Yeah,
I'm not. I don't know, but sometimes you gotta do what Floyd. A lot of these boxers do what Floyd do. He watched their. Floyd always say, "I don't watch film on my fighters." You do, bro, because you always want to fight a fighter after they're beat. You know what I mean? It's easy for you to say, "I would knock Devin Haney out now" because you seen a poor performance. What I consider a poor performance. You know what I'm saying? So I'm saying it was a poor performance. Ryan Garcia saying it was a poor performance. It's easy for him to say, "Oh yeah, I would have knocked you out."
What you think, T.Y., about the Haney fight?
I think he looked good.
But
You see me? I think he looked good. He won 10 rounds. He won 10 rounds and got buzzed. I mean, Briz caught on Ryan Garcia. Ryan Garcia depressed. He won one fight. Come on, man.
No, I didn't.
Lose the one fight, man. Come on,
Did you
man.
hear what I said?
What you say?
I said, did you hear what Ryan Garcia said?
Yeah, I don't care what he said. He's not a fighter. Who cares what he said?
Then I said it's easy to watch somebody fight. That's like Devin Haney when he watched Ryan Garcia get knocked down by Luke Campbell. Oh, you got knocked down with that shot? Oh, I'll KO you. If I catch you with that. Every fighter is always going to look at another fighter and dissect whether he could beat that fighter or not for the ticket. Floyd did it his whole career.
I'm with both their candy ass.
Bro, I thought he looked great first 10 rounds. To be honest, even the round he got hurt in, I thought he looked good. You can even say he won that round because nobody even knew he was hurt to the bell when he walked back to the corner. But
Exactly.
I mean, everything he did look good. He got hit, and I know he did a lot of clinching, but I don't even think it was that a lot of the clinching. I don't even think that he was still wobble. I just think it was just inexperience. He was like, I can't knock him out. I did everything I can. So what do I do besides clinch at this point? That's what that fight was for, though. It was a step-up fight. He got hurt.
Linares made it a step-up fight. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
It was like a sparring. Like, listen, Devin Haney has trouble with this. So when we get out there, I need you to just work on Devin Haney with this. Because, like you posted, he won't beat Telefino Lopez. He won't beat Tank. Ryan Garcia, I don't know. And who else you had up there?
Lomachenko.
Lomachenko beats him.
Lomachenko. He's not beating none of them. None of them. But not right now.
He's not beating who?
He'll beat Ryan's ass.
I ain't saying Ryan. I said he won't beat Lomachenko. He won't beat Tank Davis. He won't beat Telefino Lopez. And Ryan Garcia is up in the air.
I'm asking that because I was going to ask each of y'all that too. So out of all the top names at 135 or in that area, who y'all think he beat and lose to? I mean, you just said yours. I think.
Of course, Stevenson will whoop his ass. I'm gonna say that right now.
I was going to say Shakur, but then I was like, I'm gonna still wait to move up. But I think with me, I think he beats Ryan. I'm gonna be honest with him and Lopez, and like hear me out. I think he's clearly more skilled than Lopez. Just me. Mm-hmm. But what I will say, the mistakes he makes, Lopez has a better chance to capitalize off his mistakes. And if he hits Linares with the shots with Linares did,
right,
different story.
Right.
Because like Ryan Garcia said it too. He said if I would hit you, I don't know if it was Ryan or somebody said, if I would hit you with that shot, it was Jimmy that said it. Actually, he said if Ryan hit him with that shot Linares hit him with, he would have been out. But the thing is, Ryan don't throw him straight right like Linares does. He gonna hit him with a hook.
Right.
Linares got hit with that.
Linares got skills. Linares can fight.
Yeah. Loma too small. I mean, that don't matter because Devin Haney still wouldn't be able to like. Loma wouldn't respect Haney's power like he did T.O.'s. That's a fact.
But I don't even, whoever Coach Mustafa is, I'm not listening to that because Linares fought Lomo and Devin Haney fought him. So we already know that they can fight each other. So to say he's too small, that was, you know what I mean?
One of the biggest mistakes I said Haney made was trying to go. You could clearly see he was trying to go for the knockout, which he was doing good. I mean, but it was clear at a certain point. It's like you see you not hurting him. You see the knockout not gonna come when you're trying to force it. So why continue doing it?
And here's the thing: the fights that Linares did lose, he got stopped.
Who?
So Linares, the fights that he did lose, he got stopped. So if you can't knock out a dude that got stopped by everybody that beat him, stopped him, you clearly don't have no power. Clearly.
Another thing too, Devin didn't even try to like really break him down too.
He didn't.
He did like I seen him when he went to the body. I'm like, oh, he might be able to stop him to the body if he keeps going. But he
Like the
had
way
an
he fought.
opportunity to really follow up on that. He just didn't do it. He's just trying to be too flashy.
Yeah, the way he fought, it's like he was trying to bully him. Besides his, I would say his jab was fucking great.
Oh
But
yeah.
besides his jab, it's like it wasn't what you usually see from Haney. And I'm not saying that in a bad way because he still looked good, but it just wasn't his style.
I don't know. I think we'll see more. I always say this about certain fighters. Like, you'll see, like, the very best of them when it's, like, damn near, like, a deadly type fight. Like, not deadly, but you know what I mean? Like, the stakes are at an all-time high. The opponent's dangerous. They got to be on their A game or they going to sleep. I think fights like that, you see the absolute best.
This was
Loma
the
lost
fight.
to Tio because he's too small for 35. No, Loma lost to Tio because Tio kept Loma's ass at bay. He made Loma respect him.
Because he's too small for 135. He makes sense.
No. That's just not because that's not the only reason why he lost to Tio.
You can
It's
fight
a
it.
it's a
But listen, you
it's
can fight at a weight and not be like the biggest motherfucker for the weight.
Yeah, but
So,
Tio's a pretty
but
big 135
yeah,
though.
exactly. And if you watch the fight, Lomachenko was hesitant of his power. My man not saying nothing wrong. He was hesitant of his
yeah. I'm about to
power.
say he
Like if
he's
No,
not
but
wrong.
that's
You
not
just
the only,
gotta
no.
add,
You
you
making it
just
seem like
gotta
that's
add
the
more
only reason why
context to it.
he lost to Tio.
yeah, he lost, but like
That's
y'all like people was
First of
like
all, he wasn't. First of
gotta
all,
watch
he
that fight
wasn't.
again. People like he dominated Lomachenko, like he beat the shot of Lomachenko. Lomachenko didn't
No,
do shit for the first 6 rounds, and fucking Tio barely survived at the end. The fight was it wasn't that good of a fight.
Because he
well,
couldn't
this
do
is.
nothing for the first 6
Well,
rounds because
this
Tio had his ass under control.
No, he didn't
and
do
so you
shit.
gotta
He
remember.
didn't
You
do
gotta remember
nothing.
though. You gotta remember. He wasn't scared of Lomo. Period. Like
Exactly.
a lot
Loma
of
didn't have
fighters.
that factor over
Because he was the
Tio.
big
Yeah.
because he couldn't hurt him. He was the
No,
bigger
I'm not
fighter.
talking. This is what I'm talking about. At the press conference, he wasn't scared at all. This was the fight that he wanted. It's the same thing, and I like to do my Larry Merchant drink when I go back in time. Remember, like everybody was scared. Like everybody was scared to fight Bernard, and then Chad Dawson. He can't beat nobody else, but he just trained to beat Bernard. That's how it is. Like Teofimo Lopez, he just wanted that Lomachenko fight, and he don't care what he was going to do to win. He was going to win that fight
He didn't
because
respect Loma.
he didn't respect him. He wasn't
No
scared of him.
respect at all.
Because he was bigger
Yeah.
than him.
He took his heart at
No,
the press
not
conference.
just that. He just look. Tio just didn't respect Loma. He didn't respect the hype behind Loma.
Right.
None of that behind Loma. He respected. You went in
He
there and disrespected Loma. He dogged him. He made him fight his fight. Yeah, Loma came back for a couple rounds.
So
But look what happened in that 12th round.
So you think if he fight Devin Haney, Devin Haney gonna fight his fight?
I don't know, because Devin's a different fighter than Loma.
But I'm gonna tell you this: if Devin try to box Lomo, he gonna lose. So what else is he gonna do?
No, I'm talking about Lopez. Like I'm talking about Lopez. Like people are like Lopez, like motherfucker act like he just beat all these great fighters. He beat
yeah, I was gonna
fucking
say.
No.
like he beat Richard Comey, who lost to fucking Robert Easter. He struggled with Nakatini. He beat a small
No.
Lomachenko. Devin,
I think that would make him beat Devin Haney is why would he respect Devin Haney? Devin Haney has no power. He's not stopping Lopez from doing what he want to do. He don't have no power.
Briz, you like these niggas on the internet. Briz, what you mean about power? Like here we go. If he didn't have no, I'll make you a question. Remember Luke Campbell for Linares?
Yeah.
And what did Linares do Luke Campbell? He eventually knocked him the fuck out because he couldn't hurt him, right? If he couldn't hurt
Right.
Linares would walk in and beat his ass. You ain't gotta have fucking triple G power for niggas to respect you. Because here we go.
So but when we talking about a dude, listen, when we talking about a dude like Lopez, it's a different type of like. It's a different like if you got a fighter that's a straight up want to fight. Like he want to fight. I don't care about the money or nothing. I'm fighting for the love of the sport.
No, stop that. No, yes he do, Briz.
No, listen to what I'm
Briz.
saying.
He do care about
You
the money.
listen.
Yes, he do.
You no,
Briz,
listen.
why
T.Y.
you want Briz? Why?
T.Y. This ain't one of those. This not one of those. You disagreeing. You disagreeing just to disagree.
No, you telling him with the money. Why you calling Devin Haney?
No, what I'm saying is, listen to what I'm saying. Listen to what I'm saying. When you got a fighter that's a dog that don't care, you got to hurt them. He's not the type of fighter that's going to hurt Devin Haney. I mean, he's not a type. Devin Haney is not the fighter that I'm worrying about when I go into the ring from the dog.
Okay, what's
You
gonna
don't,
happen?
you don't look at Devin Haney like that?
Huh? No,
hypothetically, you saying
he
that like
Paulie Malignaggi.
no, he not. Come on, bro, he not
He ain't
Paul
that bad.
Malignaggi.
I'm
He ain't
talking
that
about his
bad.
power.
Come on, man.
He ain't
Listen,
that bad.
Okay, now why? Listen. If he Paulie right, why didn't Linares walk him down like he did Luke Campbell and knock him
What?
out? Why didn't Linares knock him out?
Because Luke
Because
Campbell isn't a sharpshooter like Devin, though. You got to
it
look
ain't
at it like that, too.
Not only there ain't no money behind Luke Campbell like it is with the zone. See why you think that them dudes fight for the love of sport?
I'm not talking
about
no.
The zone ain't let nobody.
You brought money. I didn't bring money up. I brought a style.
No, what I'm saying is,
I didn't bring money.
You said why didn't Linares walk Devin Haney down?
If you can't
like,
punch,
because it's not the fight wasn't designed for him to beat Haney. You already know that. Like, come on, we're not going.
So you think it was rigged?
I'm not saying it was rigged, but what I'm saying is some fighters. All right, look, you got Devin Haney, Ryan Garcia, Lomachenko, Telefino Lopez.
Okay.
They don't want Linares in that round robin right there. It's stepping stone.
I got you, but I'm saying
they trying to get the big. They trying to get all the organizations to come together for big fights. Linares ain't the one that's going to help you put that together.
But what I'm saying is
that's why Haney fought Linares so he can get there.
No, so Devin can get there. Not Linares. It's not designed for Linares. If Linares would have won that fight, if he would have won that fight, right?
Yeah.
Where did the zone go from there with him?
No, we get that. But what I'm saying is we
talking about. You don't think they would get Haney a rematch? You would have lost.
We talking about Teofimo versus. We talking about Teofimo versus motherfucking.
Depends on how he lost.
Versus Haney. I don't get like. Okay. I'm not saying Teofimo can't hurt Haney. But you're acting like he's gonna walk down here and beat Shane. Like hypothetically, let's say they fight and he sharpshoot. He fucking sharpshoot motherfucker Lopez. He can't take that shit. What makes you think that?
Say it again.
I said hypothetically, you saying that Haney don't have no power at all. Let's say he had average power, and Lopez can't take that shit. Because think about it, they're the same size. He ain't Lomachenko, a little dude. He don't have
average.
Briz, who says that Teofimo is stronger than Devin Haney? Who says that? They have been in the ring with each other.
Their knockout ratios say that.
Knockout ratio don't mean you're stronger than a fighter, bro. Listen, Pacquiao had one knockouts than Mayweather. Mayweather was bullying. He's the bigger fighter, so stronger, not knockout, so much stronger. Who makes you think that he can knock out Devin Haney? They ain't been in the ring together. Like I said, he never been with a muff with the same size as him. That's gonna be a good fight. Teofimo is a better puncher. He's more experienced. I'm not saying that. But you're acting like he gonna just walk down Devin Haney and beat the shot. No.
I do agree with that.
He didn't walk down Lomachenko, a little ass. I'm saying a smaller guy.
Can I? What
happened? What happened when Loma got his shit together? Okay, adjusted the punch. The second had to fight. He was beating the shot. He was fucking up Lopez, and I think Lopez is the favorite over Haney because of experience. But yeah, like he's gonna beat shot Haney. He's more skilled than Haney. He's not more skilled than Haney. He's not better than Haney. More skilled fighter than Haney. He got better wins than Haney. He had more opportunities than Haney. He haven't showed no spectacular shit.
You know what? You got to remember. This is my homie. Sibbie. He like all black fighters.
No, it's
he
not
think
that.
All black. He think all black people could beat everybody.
No, it's not that, Briz. So hypothetically, you think, all right, Devin Haney, you think Devin Haney would beat Richard Comey?
Yeah, he probably would.
Okay.
All right. Well, let me ask you a question. Would you fight? Would you watch?
One thing. Okay, he might can't beat Lomachenko. I'll get Lopez that one. He wouldn't beat Nakatini. I boxed that Nakatini. It was boring. So the only thing Lopez really did was he beat Lomachenko.
Let me ask you a question.
Come on, man.
Would you watch Tevin Farmer versus Devin Haney?
I would.
You know why you will watch it? I will watch it too because we boxing fans. Okay. You ain't gonna get no. You ain't if you sitting somebody down, like say like you with your girl or something, and y'all watching the fight. She ain't gonna have no interest in that shit. Because neither one of them can punch.
Okay, but it's like basketball. Every game will be 150, 150. Sometimes you can get defensive game. Every fight can't be the same fight.
What?
I do see his point though.
Like every fight can't be Gaddy Ward. Every fight, some fight can be Black versus Tyson Fury.
I'm not saying that.
Come on, man.
I'm not saying that. See, the one thing about Gaddy Ward is when Gaddy could punch.
But
So is that your only
listen.
knock on Devin Haney?
But can he really punch? Because he ain't not Ward
Is
out.
that your only knock on Devin Haney? Is that he can't punch?
No, what I'm saying is, that's my only knock on him, because you're going to go up against fighters that can punch. Now, I'm not saying you can't take one, but how you going to keep a nigga off you excuse my language, how you going to keep a dude off you that's coming towards you that don't respect your power?
And I don't know if Devin could control Tio. I don't know if he could do that.
That's what I'm saying. Do you think
I don't
he
think
got
he
enough?
can control the pace
Do
against
you
Tio.
think he have enough power to control Lopez? That's my question.
I disagree that he has no. I don't think he has.
Like he has
I
no
do. I would
power.
say this: out of the top dogs, I think he does have the least amount of power, but I don't think he has no power.
To say you don't
like
have
he-
no power is a little bit of a stretch. If
That's
Devin,
what I'm saying. Like,
Devin can
if you
catch you right, Devin can hurt you.
the point he was making with the Linares point, you seen when Linares fought Luke Campbell, right?
But yeah,
I only watched that fight like once.
The shot Linares caught Luke Campbell with, just him coming forward on Luke Campbell. If Haney had no power at all, Linares would have fought completely different than he did with Haney. Even if it's not the same Linares, he would have can't put more pressure on Haney than he usually does.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think it was set up like that.
Like I said, I'm not saying Haney is fucking Triple G. I'm not saying, but people overrate like saying he can't punch at all.
Triple G ain't got no power.
That's just impossible.
You know damn well Triple G.
The thing is, we really about to see what Devin Haney is really about going forward. Because even how some people are not impressed with this, you got to think Lopez. People was impressed when he fought Nakatani. Then what he do after? He knocked out Coleman in 2 rounds and then beat Lomachenko. So now that we got all the answers, all our questions answered.
Trust me, power can definitely control a fighter.
Oh yeah.
Who is Coach Mustafa coaching?
Power can definitely control a fighter.
Yes, it definitely can. I don't understand that one.
Bro.
But here we go. I seen plenty fighters that ain't have power win championships and make a whole lot of money too. Don't get the fuck
Who
up.
that? Who?
Tim Bradley, motherfucking made a whole lot of money. Corey Smith won a whole lot of belts.
Tim Bradley, listen. Tim Bradley, that's because Tim Bradley created wars.
But I'm saying all we saying is we had 12 knockouts.
Listen.
Tim is not way defensive responsible as Devin Haney is. I'm not saying you don't have to be fucking Triple G. If you can fight, you can fight.
Listen to this, T.Y. You say stuff, right? But then you continue. Let me correct it first, John. Everybody Tim Bradley fought, he made it a war.
It don't matter.
That's
he made
why.
Money. It don't matter. We talking make money. He won championships. No, Briz.
No, he did, but he made it a war.
He
made it a war.
Tim Bradley made you fight this fight. He made you uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Fought you tight in the pocket.
Okay, yeah, that's better.
Tim Bradley not having power with something. Devin got boxing ability, but it's gonna be different against like bigger, stronger guys like Tio. It's gonna be different.
I was gonna say when it comes to his power, I think he good at 135, except with Tio. I think that's one with power he'll need it more. But everybody else, I don't think it'll be that big of a factor for him.
Like him and Tank,
Tio at 135.
He's not fighting Tank. Stop saying Tank. He not.
Bro, I'm
Tank.
talking about a hypothetical fight.
He's not fighting Tank.
I'm talking about a hypothetical fight. Hold up, I'll take sharp punches over
power
power
punching.
punching. So would I, but still, power punching can control you in ways you could never imagine.
So let me ask you. Let me ask you this.
Wait, hold on.
Add
on to this real quick.
No, Sibbie, he said power can control you too, right? Speed can control you too.
It can, but Devin don't be controlling the pace. He ain't gonna control the pace like that against Tio. Tio's fast too.
Tio ain't fucking fast.
You want to sit here and tell me Tio?
Yeah, like you're tripping, T.Y.
Tio fast. Who was Tio fast than Richard Comey, right?
Yeah.
Bro, did you see how quick he pulled that trigger against Richard Comey?
No.
Have you ever really watched the Tio fight? Tio was fast, explosive, and all that.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to think. Like,
I got you. He was fast against Nakatini, right? He was fast against Richard Comey, right?
Yeah.
Was he fast against Lomachenko?
Yeah,
he was.
He was pretty fast.
Was he fast?
Yeah, you gotta be a different T.Y. You gotta be a different type. You gotta be a different type of fast
You
against
can't use that
Lomachenko.
though,
No.
because
Was he faster than Lomachenko? Who was
he
the better
was.
Bro, he
But
athlete?
was
you
outlanding
can't
him.
use
Did you
that
watch the
argument.
12th round?
Styles makes fights.
Who was the better athlete?
Between
Lomachenko or
who?
Lopez? Who
I
the better
think
athlete?
Lopez is the better athlete.
So y'all think that him and Devin, he a better athlete than Devin Haney, and faster than Devin Haney, a better athlete than Devin Haney?
No, I don't think he.
Or y'all
I
think
don't think he's. I
Time
don't think
out.
he's a better
Time out.
athlete than Devin Haney. But at the same time,
he's not
you
faster.
need.
He's not more twitchy than Devin Haney. Like, come on, y'all. He's more powerful, yes. He throws straighter, stronger punches, yes. But come on, y'all. Come on, y'all.
You can't say T.O. not fast because he ain't look fast against Loma.
You
Because Gary
can't
Russell ain't really look fast against Loma, and he one of the fastest fighters in boxing.
exactly because Lomachenko's fucking twitchy. For y'all to even say that Teofimo Lopez is
No, I
the
said
same
you got to
the
be
same type
fast.
of athlete. He ain't no
I
like
said you have to be fast. You have to be
Lomachenko.
fast to beat Loma.
No, he was
He's
more
not.
powerful than Lomachenko. He wasn't
Unless
fast
you
No,
enough.
what I'm
Orlando
saying.
Salido.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
get low blow him like a million times.
He bullied Lomachenko. He wasn't faster than Lomachenko.
So, all right, T.O., let me ask you this: out of the top dogs in 135, who you think Haney beats?
I think he's 50-50. I think they all 50-50. I don't think it's really no king. I don't. I wouldn't be surprised if Haney would have beat Lopez, then Loma would beat Haney. I don't think it's no like
I
one
can see
guy's
that.
gonna beat all of them. I don't see that. So that's just my
That's
personal
fair.
opinion. I don't see no like that shit like 154 to me. Charlo the champion, Hurd was the champion, J Rock was the champion. This ain't no motherfucking this ain't
Well, at
Bernard.
154 now, we know
Like
who the top
we
dog
knew
is.
Bernard was
Yeah, that's
champion.
fact.
Bernard was champion. Marvin Hagler was champion. Floyd was champion. These dudes is rotating. There's no
Don't
dominant
say
champion.
Triple G was champion because he was in
Man,
that weak
all right,
ass group of
listen. All
middleweights.
right,
He
I
ain't even want
got
to
you
fight
all that.
nobody.
Listen, we ain't all let the boy had 20 defenses. I'm good for who was against. I'm not saying he fucking Marvin Hagler. Get the boys credit. Come on.
I
So
ain't
what
giving
you
him no
what
credit.
what you think, Hitman?
Listen, hold on, Briz. Listen, we gonna do what? One thing about Briz say, I'm biased to the black fight. We're not gonna hype up Charlo middleweight defense and talk about Triple G defense.
Whoa, you watch your
Oh,
mouth
that's a
about that
different
Lion
topic.
King
Exactly.
Houston.
That's a
No,
different
Don't do
topic.
come
that.
on, Briz, because at least Triple G got real defenses. Charlo fighting nobody. Don't do that. We're not gonna hype
Come
up
No,
on,
I
Charlo.
don't
man.
like.
Triple
I
G
don't.
fought Seltzer Water his last
So
fight.
you can't. Here you
I
can't
don't.
compare. You can't
Triple
compare
G
Triple
got
G resume.
to fight December 28th against who knows.
But no. Listen, Briz.
Come on.
I'm not saying
He
Triple
did.
G great, Briz. What I'm saying is we ain't gonna take away Triple G. They ain't hype up Charlo bum ass. That's all I'm saying.
Nah, we hyping up Charlo. We
How he gonna
discrediting Triple
I'm
G.
He fought
definitely
Dennis
not hyping
Logan.
up
No,
Charlo.
we not.
Nah, we
He fought
definitely
Dennis
are.
Logan.
I'm
We not.
not.
We ain't
Hey,
How
doing
you gonna
man, I'm
how you
not.
gonna say some?
Santino. We ain't
Hold
doing
on. Listen,
Santino,
right?
bro.
Listen,
We
right?
ain't doing
Just listen to
Santino.
this. Listen,
Morale.
listen. Just
Come on, bro. We
Ty,
ain't doing
just
that.
listen, bro. Calm down. Just listen, right? Listen. Triple G goes on and runs his mouth saying, "Oh,
No, we don't. It's
Canelo's
his
ducking."
fans, bro. It's his fans.
Whoa.
T.Y.,
It's
you
Whoa.
gotta
Triple
let
G
people
fans.
talk.
Whoa.
Don't you
What's that?
ever, and the
What's that,
Rock
Sibbie?
means ever, interrupt the Rock again.
Hey, man, what you just say? I'm
All
never
right, so back
defending
to
a
what I was
Charlo.
saying, right?
I'm never
Triple G is
defending a
gonna go
Charlo.
on and run his mouth. Oh, Canelo's ducking me. Give me my belt. Oh, all this and that, right? Mind you, Canelo hasn't even fought at 160 yet. He doing his little catch weights at 155. How you gonna let Canelo come up from 155 and whip your ass once? You don't really show up until the fourth round. Then you're gonna go on and say, oh, he using steroids. Oh, don't run around the ring and all this, fight Mexican style. Then he come fight Mexican style, second fight, and beat your ass and take your belts. Now you still begging him for a payday. I ain't giving that chump no credit. Nah.
Oh no,
You
I
done.
wouldn't give him a fight. He don't need another fight. He
He
don't
don't
need
need
another.
if he fights Canelo again, he gets knocked out. And I'm standing
Yeah,
on it.
yeah, I
It
think he
don't.
can stop.
Who Charlo fight? Montiel?
Come on, that's one of Triple G's best opponents.
No, it ain't. No, it ain't.
Hey, hold on.
Because we
Time
all
out.
know Jacobs is he's a B-level fighter.
Hey,
Jacobs been everybody in Charlo for.
y'all know who
Jacobs ain't Jacobs barely even beat Derevchenko.
Go ahead,
Jacobs
Sibbie. I'm listening.
Jacobs been everybody Charlo for. Who Charlo
y'all
for
know
better than
Jacobs
Jacobs?
not even better than Derevchenko.
who
Oh,
Thomas
yes, he
Williams
is.
is, right?
He beat Derevchenko.
Who that?
He barely beat Derevchenko. They just wanted that money for that Canelo fight. Ain't no money for
Hitman and T.Y.
Canelo.
Y'all know who Thomas Williams is, right?
Thomas Top Dog Williams.
Top
Yeah.
dog? Yeah, I remember Top Dog.
I was like, he in here right now.
Oh,
Is he
yeah?
really?
He fought Superman Stevenson, right?
Yeah.
And he fought Marcus Brown.
Yeah,
Speaking of Marcus Brown, where he at?
Ever since that John Pascal fight,
Pascal on that shit.
Pascal's
yeah, he
Yeah,
the
is.
whole eye with his head.
yeah. He just got his fight canceled again. His rematch canceled against Badu Jack.
He
Yeah,
did
he
a
was taking over
Jarrell Miller.
Jarrell Miller.
Yeah, 3
Yeah.
times.
Like, watch
And I'm
that
like, how
shit.
y'all gonna find a
I heard he
replacement
took
for
like
him?
the most powerful one too.
That don't even surprise me.
Yeah.
It's been
Yo, whatever happened to Marcus Brown?
Why did Jack
Pascal's
knock
head.
him out?
he
Huh?
fought. He
Pascal's
fought.
head.
He fought
After
this year.
Pascal
Like
destroyed him, he never came back.
he fought like a
Pascal's
month
head
or two
destroyed him.
ago, but it wasn't on TV.
Bro, that was the most awkward fight I've ever seen in my
How
life.
he look good? How he look?
I ain't watch
Marcus
it. I ain't know how
beating
to
him up
watch
the
it.
whole fight. He just kept getting
You
dropped.
said you didn't know how to watch it.
Yeah, I ain't know how to watch it.
Oh, you
It's
talking
like
about
Marcus is beating him up the whole fight, but he keep getting dropped.
Yeah, hurt bad too.
Pascal
Like it made no sense.
against Pascal?
Yeah,
Like,
Oh,
I'm
yeah, I
telling
see
you,
that.
he won every second of the fight except for the times he got dropped.
he got caught with an overhand, and every time he got up too quick, and leg was
Well,
wobbling.
Pascal he not a good boxer. He just throw punches like,
He awkward.
yeah, he awkward.
He like heavyweight Sean Porter. Just throw wild ass punches.
Nah, I won't
No,
disrespect
Sean Porter
Porter
got
like
way
that.
more
Sean can
skill
actually
than him.
box.
Yeah, Sean Porter could fight. This dude just throw punches, man.
Sean Porter can box.
Yeah, Sean Porter can fight.
He's just a little sloppy.
He can't box. He can fight.
He can
But
fight, he
Ti,
can't
what
box.
you think with the Haney? What top dogs you think he beat right now?
Who, me?
Like I
Yeah,
said,
Oh, he already said. You asked me. Oh, I never even got the answer. My fault. I think he beats. I don't know about this 50-50 with Ryan. I think he beats the hell out of Ryan. Ryan's just so like Ryan got that same pattern every time.
every time.
He don't change up the pattern. I can see Devin. Devin might be able to hurt him. Ryan ain't really got this good chin, bro. Like that shot Luke hit him with. Yeah, it was. You know, he
They fought
jabbed the
as
guard
amateurs.
down.
They fought in the amateurs.
Huh?
6 times.
They fought in the amateurs 6 times.
Yeah. But I think he could hurt Ryan. Ryan don't got the best chin. Ryan's fundamentals is just Ryan's I think Ryan's the weakest of the whole lot, in my opinion. I ain't even just saying that because I don't like him. Just from a stylistic standpoint, he's the weakest of the lot. A straight up and down, just fast. You find a way to negate that, you got him.
He has the most open flaws out of everybody.
Most open flaws. I think
Hey,
him
And guess what he
Tito,
also got? He got the most power. He got the most power out of all of them too.
I won't say most. He
I'll
got
say that
power,
Who
but not the
we
most.
who we talking about?
We're talking
Out of
about
the 4?
Lopez, Tank, Loma, Garcia, and Haney.
Only one. Well, who got more power than him?
Lopez and Tank.
Yeah. Well, you know what?
Tank,
I'll say
Tank,
that about
Tank,
Tank after he fights Barrios.
Yeah,
no,
you're
but
right. You're right.
Tank hit on both hands though. Tank just ain't got one shot. Look, I mean, no,
I
I
don't.
mean,
I
Garcia
don't.
got
He got it.
Garcia got great left hook. He don't have a right hand at all. He's a great left hook.
Yeah, he
His
don't.
left hook is great.
And then if you look at how they knock people, well, no, Ryan did have a couple good. I can't lie about it. He did have some highlight knockouts.
See, here we go, right? Here we go, right? This Tank shit. Another fighter that I don't got no respect for.
His resume or his style?
His resume. I definitely don't respect his resume.
Yeah, his resume isn't nothing to talk
So
about.
that's why, like, he has a horrible resume, and so do Ryan. For them to have them type of knockouts.
But the
So
thing
therefore,
is,
like,
they both had their tests, and Ryan, they had this test. Ryan had his test with Luke Campbell, and he hasn't had a chance to do anything with it yet because he backed out the Fortuna fight, and his Luke Campbell fight was still this year. So I don't give him too much knock yet. Just like Haney just had his first test. Tank had his first test with Pedraza years ago. He did the best in his test out of all of them. Only thing is, he never rebounded off of it.
Yeah, it took too long.
Everything else he did after Pedraza was just going downhill. Whether he won or how he won, he never had a win with that much impact.
That's how you get.
that's why I don't give him.
That's how you get.
That's why I don't give him. That's why I don't give him that full credit because of his resume. Like, I mean, he's a fan favorite. Everybody like Tank. You know what I'm saying? You know, everybody from the streets, and you know he bring the urban impact, but he also he pick and choose his fighters. He got the Floyd Mayweather method. He fights you when you're too small or you old. He don't. I hated him for the Leo Santa Cruz fight. I hated him for that. Now you at 135, you ducking everybody at 135. Now you ready to fight Barrios at 140. Like you just as bad as that whole Tank is caught up in the boxing for the people. Like the Jake Paul, the Floyd Mayweathers, the Logan Pauls, all of them.
That's
No,
what I'm saying.
what's that?
That's kind of harsh.
I mean,
No,
I see.
I'm talking about the money entertainment part of boxing.
Oh yeah, all right,
Okay.
I got you.
Okay.
Like the
feel me?
highest price for the lowest risk. Got you.
Yeah,
Okay.
like, you feel me?
But
That,
to his credit, though, this Barrios fight is a lot more dangerous than you might want to give it credit for. I'm telling you, Barrios isn't nothing special. No, listen, Ty,
he would
listen.
not have took that fight.
No,
he would
look,
not
he
have
wouldn't have
took
took
that
that fight if
fight,
he didn't
man.
see something in him.
But I'm saying though, he know like there's no way you skip over everybody at 135 to go to 140 because you want to be a six division champ.
The belt not
No,
even real. It's a fake belt. The belt not even real.
Yeah, he fighting for a Reggie belt.
Like, come on.
But
Like,
look, you know what this also does too?
Yeah, I would say it
but if
opens
he
up
win,
doors to all opportunities for him. Because if we all believe he's gonna beat Barrios. Once
if
that
he win the
happens,
belt, what they gonna call him?
once
The
that
regular
happens,
champion, like they've
the
been
crazy,
calling him.
yeah,
Right.
once Tank wins that fight, the crazy thing, he gonna have fighters from 130, 135, and 140 calling him out. His options gonna be all over the table.
Now
And he better just get away from 140 as soon as possible.
and
Yeah.
then it's gonna be but you know why it's gonna come like that? Because now you're gonna be getting offered way more money.
Yeah.
That's all it's designed to do.
But listen,
Like-
right? This is what I've been saying from day one. This Barrios fight, if Tank beats Barrios, this is like a mock Ryan Garcia fight if you think about it. Because Barrios and Ryan, like, they're close to the same size. You know what I mean? They're both tall, rangy for a guy like Tank. What?
Why you watching that shit? That shit trash. Why paying for that
You
shit?
gonna order the pay-per-views.
You
Be
gonna
quiet,
watch
bro.
it.
You know
You're not
gonna
gonna
order the
you're not gonna
pay-per-view.
order it, but you gonna watch it.
Why you paying for that bullshit? Come on, man.
Oh yeah, you gonna
T.Y.
watch
gonna
it
be
though.
the first to pay for it.
Nah, you're right. That shit trash.
You gonna call me and say, Briz, where we watching the fight at?
Yeah, we watching it. I ain't paying for that shit. I ain't pushing buy. Nigga, get my money. Listen, man, the whole world knows Josh Sell's a champion. He ain't no fucking Josh Sell's all 4 belts. Tank ain't a champion at 140. It's a Reggie belt. He
All right,
fake champion.
since we're on 140 right now, you know who we need to talk about? Subriel Matias.
Why? Because he take a lot of punches?
Gary Russell.
No. All right, we're gonna talk about Gary Russell first. I'm impressed with him.
I didn't even see the fight. I went to Twitter because I had family in town.
Shit out of dude.
I went to Twitter. As soon as I went to Twitter, I see Ty talking about it. He was like, "Damn, this made AB look bad."
Bro,
As soon as I read that tweet, I was like, I didn't know what happened.
Hold up, what happened?
Gary
Russell, the youngest one.
He knocked out the
What
boy
about
that Broner struggled with.
He stopped. Not even stopped. I heard he made him quit. The dude that Broner just fought.
Made him quick.
Santiago.
In like what, 5 rounds, I think?
But this is the thing though, he needed more rhythm though.
So hold up. So because Broner struggled with him and Gary Russell brother got him out of here.
We're not saying that means he'll beat him. We're just saying that it looks bad on AB part, looking at the levels they at. One is a prospect, one is a former world champion. The prospect make you quit. The former champion had a debatable win. Who looks bad in that situation?
Mm-hmm.
You saying Styles make fights, though, you know what I'm saying?
But that's the thing. Styles makes fight, but this is considered
but it's just like on AB's part, for as big as like when you think about AB, you think about a 4-division world champion. He done fought Manny Pacquiao. He done fought some of the best fighters in the world.
Who did Broner ever beat?
We ain't say beat.
It's not about him beating them. I'm just saying
what I'm
it makes
saying
him look
is
bad.
what I'm saying. No, this is what I'm saying, right? Broner has no notable wins.
No, he beat DeMarco.
Got him on, Najee.
That was 100 years ago. That was Marginale. Marginale was a split decision. So he didn't look good. He didn't look good in that one either.
Yeah, Broner wide.
He still moved up 2 weight classes to beat him.
No, but he wasn't. Listen, he don't have no notable wins, man. For y'all to like, he run his mouth and he know how to get at a bag. But when he get in that ring, he does just enough to not get knocked out.
Yeah, well,
Now, yeah.
No, he been doing that.
I mean, he had a notable win at 135 and then went up weight class, and that was the start of his downfall.
No, but
yeah, we never really got to see Broner at his very best.
You did get to see him at his best, Hitman.
At 135.
He would have been at his very best had he moved up to 140 after his fight at 135.
Listen, we not
Broner
gonna
never
deal
went to
with
147. Broner could have been a
but you know what's crazy? You know what's crazy? That's gonna be the story of boxing for the rest of our lives. If he wouldn't have went up to 147, he can't fight, man. The dude can't fight.
Broner could fight. His confidence just gone.
He never used a jab. He's never good. He's entertaining. He runs his
I'll say this: Broner's best performance was his first loss. That was his best performance.
All right, bro. Let me talk about Gary Russell, brother. Why we talking about niggas washed?
Because T.Y. Because Broner not washed. He can't fight.
No, he washed, bro.
He could never
definitely washed.
He could never fight.
No, listen. You know,
when Broner, all right, let me ask you a question.
A nigga that can't
what's
fight
washed?
He washed. He can't.
No,
he shot.
What's washed?
He don't throw punches no more. He washed.
What's washed? No, I'm saying what's washed?
Briz, you said he can never fight. It's not he can never fight. He just was never what the people say. It's just that when the people call you, when the people say you're the next Floyd, and then you're not filling those shoes, that's why you saying he's trash. It wasn't that he was trash. It's just that he wasn't what they said he was.
Listen. No matter how, some dudes just flat out can't pull he just can't do it, man.
So let me ask you this. When he was at 135, did you say he was trash then?
No, I didn't.
That's my point.
But how long was he at 130? He was up and coming at 135.
That's what we said now. That's what we said he's washed now.
Huh?
He was champ at 135.
Man, he beat Jason Litzkow to get that belt.
I'm not saying he was shit. I ain't saying he beat Ali. I'm just saying he had a little ring there.
Listen what I'm saying. His voice and his out the ring shenanigans is what makes him Adrian Broner. What makes him Adrian Broner. When he get in the ring,
he can't even get a date right now. Come on, man.
But he can get a fight because he run his mouth.
He can't get a fight.
When he get a fight, he sells tickets because people want to see him lose because he talks so much and he always loses.
Look, bro, that's even done. Listen, when he was doing interviews for that last fight, nobody gave a fuck about the interviews. Like his views was low and shit on Custard on YouTube.
Cause he not pulling. Yeah, they tired of him. He not winning no fights. He don't win.
He was fighting nobody.
So back to Gary Russell, brother. He gotta get back in the ring, man. These boys not fighting. They not fighting enough, man. That's the problem.
Them Gary Russell brothers fight like 3 times every 3 years.
They're not fighting enough, but it just ain't them. Those a lot of fighters not fighting enough, so they're not staying sharp.
Shit, that just
he said you gotta give him credit for jumping 2 weight classes. I'm not giving him credit for jumping 2 weight classes. Everybody does it. Pacquiao came from.
Hey, listen.
Pacquiao came from 118.
Nah, he moved up as the years went on, though.
Yeah, that's good. Listen, Andre Ward went from middleweight to light heavyweight.
He worked his way up. He's what he's saying is Broner skipped 140 to go straight to 147. His first fight there took a belt. That's what he's saying.
Who he taking the belt from?
Paulie.
I mean,
I
I
could.
was one of the champions at the time. I'm not saying it was a great win. I'm just saying that's what
It's
we
the
did.
same. It's the same. It's the same as Tank jumping up to 140 to take a belt from Barrios.
No,
Only difference is Barrios
he
was a
did.
Reggie champion. Paulie
No, he
was
did.
the champion.
Paulie better than Barrios. Stop it. Paulie better than Barrios.
So let me ask you this: who y'all think Haney fighting next?
I don't know.
I think he gonna fight the winner of Fortuna and Jojo Diaz.
That's
They the
That'd be a
exactly
good
who's
fight.
mandatory
fighting next.
because they
That'd be a
said
good
that
fight.
the winner of that is the mandatory.
Unless
And
Tio
Ty.
knock Cambosos out and really want to fight him.
Yeah, but I
That'd be a
don't think
good
Tio
fight.
wants to. Tio, I think
Ty,
Tio I
your
think he
man,
gonna entertain going up to 140 after this fight.
your man Hank Lundy got beat on.
No, Hank won that fight. Hank won that fight. You don't think Hank won that fight? Hank
Hell
but no,
no.
they robbed Hank. They robbed Hank. Hank won that joint.
I know they better put Donaire Nonito Donaire in the Hall of Fame now after his win.
He
Hell
was
yeah.
going in the Hall of Fame anyway.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, he
knocked that nigga
was.
out.
He was.
Yeah.
That
Filipino
was a
flags.
beautiful shot he caught him with.
He
Bro,
knocked that
that
nigga
left
out.
hook, man. I used to want to copy his left hook so bad when I first started boxing.
Until he got caught with one.
We're not going to talk about that, though.
I was just about to say, I don't even want to go there.
But no, when he
Nah, but the fight before the Donaire fight, that Sugria Matias and Jukambaya fight,
Nicholas Walters.
I see why Ron's high in Sugria Matias. You remind me so much of her. It's crazy.
I still got to watch that whole Showtime card. I still haven't fought.
What's that?
Fight was straight
I
rap.
was watching the Haney fight, and soon as the Haney fight ended, I didn't even watch the post interview for Haney fight. I turned to Showtime, and they was putting their belts on Donaire. I was like,
No,
what happened?
listen. Soon as they announced the winner of the Haney fight, I turned to Showtime.
And it was
And
over.
that was the round, and he got knocked out.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, I didn't even see the knockout. Soon as I turned to it, they was putting belts on Donaire.
It's hard to be
and I was
Donaire.
like, what happened?
Under 122, it's hard to be Donaire.
It is.
Like them dudes was being Donaire at 120, was at 122, 126. Like at 118, unless you're the monster, it's hard to beat that boy. Because the power was so crazy.
Who you think? What y'all think he should do?
Back we talking about Hitman earlier. You see how weight classes matter? At 118, Donaire power get you the fuck out of there. But 22 and 30, and 22 and 26, it ain't that much because power and strength matter sometimes, man.
Yo, where's
Loma got stoppage wins at 135.
Rigondeaux about to fight. He about to fight for the belt.
He go Donaire right there. You'll bring that.
He about to fight Casamaya. How you say his name?
Winner of that should fight Donaire. Then the winner of that fight Monster.
I was gonna say, do you think Donaire gonna rematch Noye or Rigondeaux?
He should rematch Rigondeaux.
Yeah, he need to get that get back. He need to get that
He
back.
need that get back.
Cause the fight went on Noye.
At least he took
Rigondeaux
out
might not get
Inouy's
past his
eye.
next fight.
Rigo do got a good fight coming up.
Yeah.
He do.
Rigo, I hope he wins this fight though.
I do too.
I really just want to see Rigo and Inoue. I don't care how old Rigo gets. I just want to see that style clash.
Oh man, I don't want to see. I don't want to see this Rigondeaux do it.
Niggas can't beat the monster. They don't want to fight the monster.
I want to. If it was talking prime,
I'll tell you who I think could beat Monster. I think Fulton could beat Monster.
Yeah, you going to whole weight class.
They're weight class apart.
Yeah, weight class apart. I mean, I like Fulton, but you're going to pick up one of the biggest 122 pounds. Yeah, he could beat the monster. What about the niggas at 118? Can they beat the monster?
Yeah, you never know. One of them came close.
No. He got his face broke. Fuck you talking about?
He broke his face. What are you talking about?
I mean, no. Right. He had Donaire. Remember he had Donaire with the fucking body to the rep saved him?
Yeah, but you remember when you see how Inouye's eye look now?
Yeah,
that shit look. And you think that's gonna affect him in the future? He's still young, but
depending on the shots you get hit with.
Yeah, that shit hurt you. See, Kell Brook was never the same.
Think about it.
he got both of them shits, bro, back to back and both eyes.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, made out of glass now. Nah, but yeah, that's Matias fight. I'm telling you, bro, that was just. He's one of them guys that he don't even gotta really sit down or turn over his punches. He just got that natural power. You know what I mean?
I can see Tank fighting him.
You think Haney could beat Taylor at 40?
Yo,
Hold on, Mustafa.
I'm not commenting.
I ain't gonna say all that.
I'm not commenting.
I ain't gonna say all that, Mustafa.
Sweet
Yeah, I
cream
ain't,
on an
I
ice
ain't,
cream
I ain't
sandwich.
commenting.
You know, Davis
But
got developed for that, man.
yeah, I was about
He's
to
only
say
22 years old. He's
what
22. He's
Taylor just
22 years
did at
old.
140 and 18 fights.
He's
He
22
beat
years old.
he beat. If you take Josh Taylor with the number 1, 2, and 3 fighter, he beat
Yeah, but he is.
Ramirez,
Yeah.
Prograis, and Poston.
Oh, Haney gets his ass whipped if he fights Josh Taylor.
I wouldn't even want Haney to take that fight. Haney still got to do some work at 135 before we even think about a Josh Taylor fight.
I got to see if Haney could beat Mikey Garcia before he beat Josh Taylor.
Man, Josh Taylor can't beat Mike Garcia. What the fuck you talking about?
Yeah,
I don't know. That's a good one.
I like to see that.
That's when I can't call it.
Yeah, I like to see Mikey.
But to say
Mikey
Josh
Josh
Taylor
Taylor.
can't beat Mikey. Come on now. Mikey had a real tough fight with Jesse Vargas too, though.
At 147.
I think Mikey beat Josh Taylor.
I don't know.
That's a tough.
I don't know. I don't even know if Mike
It's a
still
tough
got
one.
it no more.
It's a tough one, but
I wouldn't even bet
it's
on
a
that.
tough one, but we talk about Devin beating. We talking about Devin beating Josh Taylor. No,
I'm not talking about that.
that's what he posted.
I think Josh Taylor right now beat Devin Haney, but Devin Haney a fast fighter. He never for the fight like that. I'm not saying
that's what
Johnson beat him. Yeah,
what he posted.
Yeah.
That's what Mustafa posted.
So what y'all think Linares gonna retire?
He might. What's next for him? What's next for him?
I guess be a gatekeeper if you keep
He gonna
fighting.
fight Ryan Garcia.
He should fight. He shouldn't fight Ryan Garcia. He should go fight Richard Comey.
Or
For what?
rematch Luke Campbell.
I like
For what? For what?
Hey, just a good fight. You never know.
Yeah, I'm just saying if he don't want to retire.
There's no need for him to fight good fights.
Yeah, but
depending on what his best look like.
Just fight prospects.
But what other prospects there for him to fight at 35 right now?
No, I'm just saying that's his job from now on. Just fight prospects because nobody gonna watch him fight Richard Colby. Boxing ain't designed
hell
like
out of that fight. That's an action-packed fight.
He can rematch Luke Campbell.
No, this is what I'm saying. You can't. Them fights right there is not designed for this era.
Yeah.
Nobody is fighting revenge fights or rematches. Them dudes just want to bring Coach Mustafa in, Sibbie.
Right,
yeah, bring him in.
This about to be fun.
Devin don't beat no Taylor.
Good, Coach.
Yeah.
What's up, sir? What's up, y'all? How y'all doing?
What's going on, man?
Doing?
I had to get you pulled in here, man.
Hey, Briz don't like Dev, man.
No, I like Dev.
Yeah, like Devin.
He hard on everybody for some reason.
I guess how old? All right, let me get this right. All right, let me start from this. How old is you, Mustafa?
I'm 27.
How old is you, Sibbie?
24.
Hitman.
21.
No, how old I am?
82.
38.
No.
You gonna let him talk to you?
Huh?
You gonna let him talk to you like that?
Yeah, I'm 48.
Damn. Nah,
my boxing era is way different than what's going on now. When I say dudes can't fight, like the Devin Haneys, the Broners, and all of them, I'm looking at dudes like Marvin Hagler, Sugar Ray, Muhammad Ali, dudes that was actually fighting. It wasn't that much money involved, so these dudes was fighting for the love of the sport. Now these guys fight for the love of money. They quitting on stools.
you can't really disrespect these guys because I see this happen a lot with the LeBron and the Michael Jordan conversation a lot of times, and a lot of the older guys like to just by default say the older era is greater than this era.
No, that's not what I'm ever gonna say. What I am gonna say is I got a chance to watch Michael Jordan and LeBron. a lot of the younger guys only got a chance to watch LeBron. So if I could compare the two, then I'll pass judgment. But if I've never seen Wilt play, I can't say that Mike better than Wilt because I've never seen Wilt play before. You understand what I'm saying? A lot
Yeah.
of young guys, they just automatically say, no, LeBron better than Jordan. How? You never seen Jordan play. You watch highlights. Highlights is only going to show you good things.
I mean, this is one thing I'll say about the new era is that, as information, as people learn more, as time goes on and information is more privy to us, I think people tend to make better decisions when it comes to combat sports and stuff like that. As their health is concerned.
Right.
So a lot of people look at fights where they know they haven't won a round and they're not winning, and it doesn't make sense for them to go out there and continue to take the punishment. The prime example is the Santiago situation. I could see those fighters that you're naming of the old school folk, they would never quit on their stool. But then again, they don't really have the same examples or the same information that we have access to. So, I mean, at the time, I just feel like at the time when you're competing, it means the same. Like you challenging yourself, you putting your life on the line and everything. Like they stepped in the ring to take advantage of the opportunities, So I give them the same respect, the same appreciation, and I put them on the same pedestal that I put the old school fighters on. Now,
let me ask you this, right? I agree with everything you're saying, right? But you have guys, right? You have guys like Billy Joe Saunders, right? Who made a bold statement. I would never quit. I would die in the ring. I would do whatever I need to do because boxing is a combat sport.
He lied.
Then you get punched in your eye. Then you
Quit.
Then you quit. How
Well,
do we look at that now?
his corner stopped the fight, but the thing is he didn't put much of a fight up for it.
Exactly.
Yeah, so he lied. What he said he was gonna do isn't what he did.
Exactly.
And we can clearly look at that. But I wanna talk about Dev, man. I think he can go up to 140, beat Mikey and Taylor. I think it'd probably be another year or so, but I don't think Devin Haney is gonna stay at 35 much longer, man. He been talking about he was gonna move up or potentially move up and stuff like that.
And Mel Lopez, not gonna be at 35 much longer.
Yeah, and to be honest, out of all those guys that we talked about, out of the Tanks, the T.O., the Ryan, I think T.O. is the only one that I give the edge to beat Devin, because like Seb mentioned earlier, I think he's the only one that can really take advantage of some of the mistakes that Devin makes. He has a little bit larger frame. He can get in and out a little bit quicker, a little bit more athletic. Than Linares or somebody like that. And I think he probably could take advantage of some of those opportunities. But nonetheless, let's go back to that power conversation we was having. If Dev gets in a rhythm and he starts cracking that whip, he gonna control whoever they put in front of him.
Yeah, but what about when Devin finally gets cracked by T.O.? We've seen how he reacts to getting cracked by a guy like Linares. He gets cracked like T.O. like that, he might not make it up there.
I'm
but
if
he makes the necessary adjustments, he probably won't get hit with a similar shot.
Yeah, but T.O. can also make the necessary adjustments to keep Devin's rhythm off track. T.O.'s got the way T.O. controlled Loma. T.O. controlled Loma with a good pumping jab. Nobody seems to point this out. T.O. didn't really do all that much to control Loma. He pumped the jab and he turned with him. Every time Loma tried to hit a nice angle, T.O. would turn with him. T.O. wouldn't give him that respect. T.O. kept him on the outside. T.O. was a bigger fighter, but he controlled him with basic fundamentals. That's what people don't seem to understand.
I see you going back to my point. That I made earlier. Yeah, he lost to him because he's the bigger fighter. Because T.O. was the bigger fighter. But I give T.O. the edge in the Devin fight. I give him more than a 50% chance at beating Devin.
So let me ask you, so you don't think that all right, Lomachenko, he's coming off of 4 quits. Like 4 dudes quit in the ring in a row against Lomo, right? Which can be intimidating. And then you fight a guy that's not concerned about none of that. He's not scared of you. I don't care what those guys done. I don't care. I don't care what those guys done. I don't care. I'm not worried about you. He had Lomo's heart at the press conference. He was disrespecting Lomo at the press conference. And Lomo was saying stuff like, well, we men at the end of the day, and I'm going to give you respect. No, man. So that would make a guy go in the ring and fight a different fight because he didn't took your heart.
And Briz, you also got to think about it like this. You can't say Loma's too small for a 135 pounder. He stopped everybody he fought while he was up there too, if I'm not mistaken, except for Luke Campbell.
How many people did he fight at 135? Because those 4 people that he's talking about, I don't think were all at 135.
No, they wasn't.
Loma was unified champion at 135.
Rigondeaux at 135.
No, Rigondeaux was at one. What?
That fight was at 126.
Rigondeaux was at 130.
And he
if you can listen,
yeah, that
if
was
you can unify a division, you can belong in that division.
Yeah, because
if you unify a division, you can fight at that division.
Him and Lopez was for because the Haney situation, but they was trying to call it undisputed when the fight with Lopez happened.
Look, listen, right? You win 3 of the 4 sanctioning bodies. You win titles for 3 of the 4 sanctioning bodies. You know what that means? That means you better than everybody in them sanctioning bodies.
But anybody can unify a division. It's about politics.
Not anybody can unify a division. That's not true. If that was true, everybody would have been unified.
So
Lomachenko picked them belts up single-handedly. He fought.
This is true. Don't get me wrong. I don't want to discredit Loma for what he did at 135. But the thing about it is that he did have some political favor as well. He has some professional political favor too. So that's one thing that you have to look at. They were doing some ducking. They were doing some ducking and dodging of people because he would have been lost to Teofimo if he would have fought him.
You don't know that.
He would have been lost to Devin if he would have fought.
I don't even think Teofimo beat him decisively.
Okay. Well, he did, but it's Loma's fault.
Yeah, it's Loma's fault. He didn't win. Loma lost.
You want to know why Tio beat Loma too? Because Tio wanted that fight, but I don't think Tio would have beat Loma if they had fought a little bit earlier. Loma would have been too much for him.
No,
Tio had the right amount. Look. Tio had that war with Nakatani. He already gained knowledge from that, gained experience from that, learned a lot from that. Knocked out Comey. He had that momentum riding with him. If he had fought Lomachenko coming up, who did he beat? That Magdaleno, that dude.
I know
you know who I'm talking about, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
If he had fought Loma after he fought Magdaleno, he would have got his ass whipped. He wouldn't have known what to do with Loma because he never faced adversity. He wouldn't.
You can say that he would have lost to Loma if he, even with the Comey win. If he never had that fight with Nakatani, he would have never beat Loma.
Exactly, because he learned from it. He needed that fight. Just like Jamal with the Trout fight. Jamal needed that Trout fight to get all that experience, to get them rounds and know what it's like. This is why I believe
that Loma would never beat Tio, and 10 out of 10 times I think Tio will win.
Whoa.
Because let me just explain this to you. So I was on the side where I was actually siding with Loma to win, but when they got in the ring, it became very evident to me that Loma was not going to be able to win the fight. Because the size difference was just that apparent. I didn't see that much of a size different at the weigh-in. I didn't see that much of a size different at the press conferences. I knew he was a little bit taller than him, but they literally looked like they were in 2 different weight classes. They literally looked like they were in 2 different weight classes when they fought. So that's the fact. That's what's the deciding factor of the fight to me to this point, to this day. He couldn't get past the size of Teofimo Lopez, and I don't think he ever will. He can't grow.
But all right, let me ask you a question.
Hold on, let me ask you this question real quick. Briz, hold on, let me cut you off real quick. Explain all them 8 divisions Manny Pacquiao won a world title in. And Manny Pacquiao started off fighting what?
Okay,
he didn't even start off really at a weight class. He was 98. He put sandbags in his pocket so he could weigh in.
Right.
Manny Pacquiao moved up from Manny Pacquiao started at 95 pounds and won.
I mean, I can't really explain why Manny Pacquiao was able to do what he did, but I definitely had some suspicions on why he could do what he do. But at the end of the day, he wasn't caught for any of those
Okay,
things.
explain this. Roberto Duran and Marvin Hagler. Roberto Duran, without a doubt, the greatest lightweight of all time. Moving up to fight the greatest middleweight of all time. Back and forth action fight.
I mean, to both of y'all point, Saz played a factor in it, but it was also style with it. Loma's style wasn't going to work with someone that Saz and Lopez style together.
So
I just feel like people are starting to discredit the win for Lopez.
Hold on,
like you can't hold on. How can you discredit a win against a pound for pound king like that? Think about it. Like you got people saying Loma's number 1, number 2, number 3 with Crawford and Canelo. He's in them conversations with them.
I'm not really discrediting the win because
he's number 7 now.
It's a great win. It's a great win. It's out of the young bucks that we all talk about all the time. That's the best win on any of their record. I'm not discrediting that, but the fact of the matter is, I think that Devin and I think that Teofimo beats him based off the size. That's what I think.
Hold on, you think Tio beats Haney or Haney beats Tio?
Yeah, that was the question.
No, Tio beat Loma off of his size, and Devin will beat him off of his size as well. That's just
okay. Then what about Teofimo, Devin? That's what we're talking about.
Teofimo and Devin?
Yeah.
That's what I was saying. I said I got Teofimo edging Devin right now. But if Devin, and this is I don't know why he kept the what's my man's name? He act like The Rock sometimes. What's his name?
Oh, Hitman.
Hitman. He started debating me. I said I give Teofimo the edge over Devin. But I said if Devin starts to get in the rhythm and starts to crack his whip, then he'll beat him. But that's a toss-up fight. It's not like Teofimo just has that in the bag.
No, I was agreeing with you on that. It was just it was just we weren't agreeing on the whole Devin with his power. Devin don't got much power.
You don't need
the power, enough power to make Lopez respect him.
Mike Tyson had more power than Lennox Lewis.
No,
he didn't.
No, he didn't. Not at that age. Not at that age.
He had more power than Lennox Lewis.
Stop. No. Not at that age.
It wasn't even Mike's power. It's just his explosiveness and his speed. No, really. Like he obviously hit hard, but
not at that age. Mike didn't. Okay. Lennox Lewis didn't fight
It don't matter what age. Everybody that Mike Tyson lost to. Everybody that Mike Tyson lost to, he had more power than. Everybody that Mike Tyson lost to, he had more power than. You can't debate that.
Listen.
Okay, but Mike also needed that fear factor. Without that fear factor, look what happened to him.
Don't try to push the goalpost. We're talking about power.
Listen.
If we're gonna talk about Mike's losses, we got to add in all the.
No, we got to talk about power. We're talking about power.
One factor.
Listen to what I'm saying. Power. Are you going to say? Listen to what you said. You said Mike had more power than Lennox Lewis.
Everybody he lost to, he had more power.
Career. Mike was older. He didn't have the same Mike Tyson power that he had when he fought Lennox Lewis.
Everybody Mike Tyson lost to, he had more power than.
Everybody he fought, he had more power than.
That's a fact. But he lost, right?
But I'm talking about.
Power is not everything.
No, listen to what you said. You said Mike had power. He had more power than Lennox Lewis. Not at that state in his career.
And we talking about heavyweights too. Every heavyweight hits hard.
No, we're talking about Tyson. As you get older.
Not as hard as Mike Tyson.
Is that true, Briz? Because they say power is the last thing to go in the fight.
That's what I was. Briz,
I know you knocked a couple motherfuckers out.
No, listen. I ain't never knocked nobody out. Listen to this. What I'm saying is, that's like Lennox Lewis was in his prime when he fought Mike. Mike wasn't in his prime.
Yeah, that's true.
You feel me? If Mike and Lennox Lewis would have fought in Mike's prime, if it was vice versa, Mike probably would have killed him. But the reason why Mike didn't have more power than Lennox at that time.
The only point I'm trying to make, I understand, Briz, and I don't want to cut you off, but the only point I'm trying to make is that the power isn't everything. The power is really the snap that controls the opponent. The snap of the punches that really controls the opponent.
All right, hold on. But to add to your point real quick, hold on. But to add on to that, bro, you're comparing heavyweights too.
It
Thing
don't
is,
matter.
listen. Every heavyweight hits hard. That's a fact. Every heavyweight is gonna hit hard. Any man 200 plus pounds that's been trained to kill people and get paid for it with their hands can hit hard. So that's another thing. Two, the power aspect had nothing to do with the Tyson thing. It's the fact that they took the fight to Tyson. They knew how to beat Tyson. It's not the power effect that had anything to do with it. It's
So
definitely
power.
not the power effect that had anything to do with the Tyson thing. It's the fact that they wasn't scared of Tyson. Tyson didn't have that mental edge over them. Tyson couldn't control them.
Okay.
Tyson didn't have that fear factor over them.
And the thing, and another thing you got to remember about the heavyweights is it's unlimited weight.
Exactly.
So to beat Mike Tyson, Lennox Lewis came in the ring at 260, and every time him and Mike got in a clinch, Lennox leant on Mike's back, took his legs from under him. It was times where Lennox even got on Mike's back and Mike took a knee because it was too much weight. That wears you down in later rounds.
That's a fact.
As opposed to you fighting at 140 or 147 or 135, you can't do that. So therefore, it's a difference because we both weigh the same. So heavyweights, I understand what he's saying when it comes to heavyweights. But
power will
so
change
my
the
thing
mentality
is
of the opposing side once they feel exactly. Trust me, the right
So-
shot is going to change your whole game plan for the whole
But
fight.
that's
Exactly.
I done
but to
sparred
me,
dudes. Hold on,
but
wait. I done
to
sparred
me-
dudes who I could box circles around with all day with my eyes closed, but they got that one hit quitter, and it just changes your whole
Right.
approach to the fight.
And Devin Haney got that punch that can make Telefino Lopez be like, okay, I'm not going in there no more.
yes.
I was about to say,
hold on. Let me say this real quick.
The only question is, does he need that knockout power, or does he just need enough
Even
respectable power to do it?
even whatever one, Sibbie, it could be,
This is my point.
hold up. It could be, do he need it or do he have it? Either way, he's going to have one of them. Telefino don't
He does it all?
He don't need none of that.
You don't think Haney does it all?
No, I'm saying even if he does, he's going to need it. Where Telefino Lopez not going to need it. You understand what I'm saying? If that make any sense?
I think I see what you're saying.
Because I think what he's trying to allude to too is the fact that like if they get in an exchange, I would bet my money that T.O. would end up the victor of the exchange. If they landed hooks at the same time, I'm going with T.O. Like say they were to land hooks and somebody's going to sleep, Haney's going to sleep. That's my opinion.
And Hitman, listen to this. And I think that Lopez will welcome that exchange more faster than Haney will.
Exactly. And you got to look at the chins too. Lopez has showed a more sturdy chin than Devin, as we've seen. I mean, look, I'm not saying Devin got a glass chin, but
yeah, people overreacted with that. Well, let's get that out the way. People overreacted with Devin Haney
Linares
getting
can
hurt.
punch. That's a fact. Linares can punch.
Devin Haney got hurt, and even with all the clinches in the championship round, it wasn't him trying to fully recover. It was him never being in that moment before, and he already knew he had the fight in the bag. So he's not trying to get hit with that again. He's not trying to get caught.
But not only that, though, we didn't see that he was hurt. The announcers let us know that Devin was hurt because if you just happen to look at it,
I mean, you can see it when he walked to the corner, but you couldn't see it in the round. You seen it after the round.
Yeah, I mean, my thing is that going back to, I think you asked a perfect question, Sibbie, because you were pretty much asking like, what can deter that opponent from coming in? Does it have to be power, or does it have to be a snappy, sharp shot?
That jab he was hitting Linares with.
Right, and that's my point. Devin Haney does have that in his arsenal to slow anybody the fuck down that's trying to come inside. That's a fact. It don't have to be power. It don't have
I disagree.
Lopez has to work. I'm not saying he can't, but Lopez has to work around that long jab.
So you're telling me?
No, he does have to work around a long jab, but if the
what
jab
happens when Lopez takes away that jab? What happens?
That's what I'm saying. I'm not saying he can't. I just say he has to worry about that first.
He has a straight right hand, and he has some sharp ass shots. Whether it's the uppercut or the hook on his lead hand, He has sharp ass shots that can control whoever. That's the point.
Yeah,
It
but
doesn't
I
just.
think
It
you're
doesn't.
also underestimating the fact that Lopez is a very explosive counterpuncher. You see what he did to Comey?
How?
Lopez
Why
can
does
time. Look,
counterpunching? Why does counterpunching matter if you're actually getting hit with the shot? What are you
why does
talking about?
counterpunching matter? Did you not just hear? I said if he takes away the jab,
Why?
then
Why does counterpunching matter if you're getting hit with a
the
shot? I'm talking about.
counterpunching matters because if you take away that jab and Haney thinks about shooting that straight right, and Lopez can time him and counter him like he did Comey, that's Devin's jaw going in all the way in the cheap seats.
Okay,
That's why countering matters.
so for you to counter, you have to stop, right? Counterpuncher isn't a person that just burrows forward, right?
You do know Tio can counterpunch.
I'm
Tio's
asking a
got.
question. I just asked a question about counterpunching. I don't care who could counterpunch. I'm asking you a
Well, I'm
question
telling you
about.
who the fucking counterpunch. So
Okay,
I'm
so
telling you.
to counterpunch, you have to stop, don't you? You don't burrow in to counterpunch.
You can burn him, but you're gonna take a shot to get yours
You don't.
off.
You
You
can
a
counter. You can
counterpunch, a
counter going
Well,
traditional
forward.
that's the counter.
counterpuncher
That's
that
the
we
counter.
see don't burrow
Tarver
in.
countered Roy Jones going forward. What are you talking about?
A traditional counterpuncher that we're talking about don't burrow in. That
Okay, but
means
we're
he
not
has to
talking about
stop.
his traditional counterpuncher. We're
And if he
talking about the fact
stops,
that there's
and
multiple
he
different
have
ways
and
to
he have
counter
to
somebody.
stop, if he have to stop,
You do know that
if
Antonio
he has
Tarver
to
knocked
stop,
out
that
Roy
means he has
Jones with
something to
a
control.
counterpunch going
If he
forward,
has to
right?
stop, that means he has something to control.
Okay,
Other
but you
than the
do know
power
that
that you,
Antonio
other than
Tarver
the
knocked
power.
out Roy Jones. Roy
I
Jones, who
did.
happens to probably be,
I
I don't know,
disagree with
maybe
you.
the
Hey,
best
Mustafa,
natural
I
fighter
disagree
that
with you.
we've ever seen in
That's
our
fine.
lifetime.
That's
You know,
fine for you
they
to
call him
disagree.
Superman for a reason. The dude know how to study chickens and know how to whip ass in a ring. Probably the best fighter I've ever seen in my life, to be honest, Roy Jones Jr. Shout out to Roy Jones Jr. We love you. We respect you. You're one of the best. Nobody's ever forgotten about you, Mr. Untouchable. Can't be touched, can't be stopped. You do realize he was knocked out by a counterpunch by Antonio Magic Man
That
Tarver.
was
Shout
burrowing
out to
forward.
that man too. You know what
That
he
was
was doing? He
burrowing
was
forward.
coming forward. He came forward on
That was
Jones.
burrowing
Jones
forward.
ended up
Okay.
underneath the ring post. So you can counter somebody going forward. It's a little bit hard, yes, but
No,
you can't.
I'm
It
saying
can
I'm
be
saying he
done.
was burrowing
Antonio
forward.
Tarver has done it. So to answer your question, yes, you can
Was
counter
he
going
burrowing
forward.
forward? Like just walking them straight down.
Go watch the replay. Go watch the fight.
I have.
All right, so you would know that you just answered your own question. Yes,
So
he
my
burrowed. Bro,
Listen
did
to
you
this,
not see
right?
him going towards
Who? All
Roy
right,
Jones?
when you say, hold up, when you say barreling forward,
so
this,
my thing.
let me hear
So
you. Hold up.
right.
When you say,
So
let me say, just let me finish this real quick. When you say barreling forward, right? Do you mean Canelo James Kirkland? Do you mean American Canelo? Or do you mean Hank Davis, Leo Santa Cruz?
yeah, Tank like Tank Davis, Leo, just coming, just boom, just walking them straight down. Like nobody's gonna do that to Devin. That's the thing. Nobody's doing that.
You
I
know
don't care
why?
who you are.
Now here's the thing. Do you know why it was so easy for Tank to catch Leo with that hook?
Because
I mean, that
Leo ain't
uppercut?
got no power.
Because Leo don't have power to stop Tank from coming forward.
And that's the difference between.
You're not going to tell me Devin Haney is better
Yes,
than Leo Santa Cruz.
facts. That's a fact.
That's not a fact.
That's a fact.
No,
What are you
sir.
talking about?
No, sir.
That's a fact. What are you
Forward.
talking about?
You think
No.
Leo was better than Haney?
His resume is better than Devin's.
You're
So,
I
yes,
mean,
crazy.
he's
yeah.
better.
Look at where
Leo's
Haney's
way
at in
more
his
proven
career.
than
Yes,
Haney.
he's better.
Yeah, he is more proven. That's but
See, the
I'll say
proven.
this.
See,
I'll
here's
say
the
this.
thing. I don't go by. You can be 26-0. All right. Now I'm gonna
No.
take you back. Hold up. I'm gonna take you
okay.
back to my age. I'm gonna take you back to my age.
Okay.
When Alex Stewart fought Michael Moore, right?
Mm-hmm.
Michael Moore was 26-0 with 26 knockouts.
Mm-hmm.
He fought Alex Stewart, made him 27-0. Right?
Okay.
You couldn't name none of the 26 people that he fought until he fought Alex Stewart. Now, when you got a dude like Devin Haney, whose record is what? Like 24-0?
20 something though.
20-something-0? With 9 knockouts? Who did you knock out before I could tell you that, yes, you can beat Leo Santa Cruz? I mean, not beat Leo Santa Cruz, but you're better. Leo has been in fights with Linares. I mean, not Linares.
Frampton.
Edna Mares. Wars with Edna Mares.
Frampton.
Cole Frampton.
So
Tank
I'm
Davis.
not. I'm okay. Yeah, resume. Okay, yeah, he does have a better
Resume,
resume. I'll give you
resume,
that. He has. He has.
resume makes a difference.
First, it's two things. One, yes, he does have a better resume, but you can't. I don't even know why we're using them too, because Leo he's more towards the end of his career when Devin Haney hasn't even got close to his prime yet. Two,
No,
so
what I'm saying.
hold on, what you thinking Leo's a better fighter? If you was a pro boxer right now, you could fight either like Leo or you could fight like Haney. Whose style are you taking?
If I can fight like the two.
If you was a fighter right now, you could have Leo style or you could have Haney style. Whose
Well,
style would you have?
Leo has a Mexican style of fighting.
Whose style would you have?
Devin Haney's style is a swag style.
Whose style would you have?
I wouldn't have neither one of these styles.
I'm asking you, Hitman, whose style would you have?
I'll
You can have Haney style or Leo style. Who would you have?
Neither one of them. Both of them bums.
Listen to this.
All right.
If I had to pick a fighter whose style that I would try to mimic, it would be Andre Ward.
No, I'm not asking that.
Oh boy.
I'm not asking that.
Hey, look.
I'm not asking that.
Hey, Sebbie, let me say this real quick.
You
Let me
said
say
Leo
this
was
real quick,
better than Haney. He has a better resume. He should right now. He should. If you had to have one of their styles, whose style would you have?
Buck dancing.
I'm not.
The man buck dancing. He dancing.
I'm buck dancing.
He dancing,
How am I
bro.
buck? Listen, let me ask
No,
you a
you
question.
dancing.
How?
Dancing, bro.
First of all, every time I say something, you cut me off. So how am I buck dancing?
I just let you talk.
No, you didn't. He asked me a question.
You danced the question. You talk about Andre Ward had nothing to do with that question.
I'm telling him why I can't answer. I'm telling him why I can't answer the question.
You just dance, bro. Answer the question, man. So look. All right, so look, I'll say this about Devin Haney.
No, you're not going to say anything because you didn't let me talk.
I'll say this about Devin and
No,
Leo.
I'm not. You're not telling me anything.
Go ahead.
Mute yourself.
Hey, look. So look, Devin.
No, I'm not
Devin
answering
is
the
better
question.
than Leo.
All right, hold on. Let me tell you who I picked.
Against Tank.
Hold up. Hey, Hitman, listen to this, right? You're going to tell me who would I mimic my style.
You got two people to pick from.
If I had to pick between a Mexican fighter and a black fighter.
Bro, no, that's not.
Here's the thing, right? Neither one of them got no power.
You can't ask me that because this is why you
I'm asking so you can see who's better.
Dancing.
That's not because that's
choices.
You saying who the better of the two.
Okay, I got a better question for you. Who's the two best names on Leo Santa Cruz resume?
Carl Frampton and
Mares.
Okay, Leo with the same power. He has Devin Haney style. Does he beat them more clear than he did already?
Hold up. Say that again.
Leo Santa Cruz, if he had Haney style, would he beat Carl Frampton clearer than he did when he beat him already? Yes or no?
I couldn't imagine Leo fighting like that.
Yeah, like we can't have Leo fighting a Devin Haney style fight. You can't even vision that.
Okay, so let me ask you another. Okay, I got one for you. If Devin Haney had Leo Santa Cruz style, would he have beat Linares?
Nope, he would have got knocked out.
Listen,
Devin Haney ain't got no chin.
That's not the. Now I ain't going. I'm not going to say he don't have a chin. I don't know.
The argument.
You know why? You know why I can never say. Now listen, I'm gonna disagree with Hitman. Know why I'm not going to say Devin Haney don't have a chin?
I think he was joking with that one.
I was just
because
joking.
he ain't fought nobody that could touch his chin.
Hey, Linares touched that chin. You see Devin hugging up on him.
But listen, Linares was his biggest test, right?
Yeah.
Look where he's at in his life. He's only 22 years old. He's
Devin's only a year older than me. That's crazy.
So listen, let him give some more fights under his belt before Shakur Stevenson got a better resume than him.
Shakur Stevenson whipped Devin Haney's candy.
We're not saying I don't even want to bring Shakur in this. I'm talking about the Haney and Santa Cruz.
No, what I'm saying is your resume. All right, Lomo has a total of 16 fights in his career, right? You know why he get praised?
Because of who he
Because the
beat.
guys he beat.
Nicholas Walters, Gary Russell,
Okay.
Rigondeaux,
Okay.
Linares.
Okay.
So you could take a fighter to have 40 fights.
Okay.
Of course, still
And
with
I could
that
say
aspect.
Lomo is better because of his resume and who he beat. You're not gonna give me 30. You're not gonna give me 30 tomato cans and then tell me
Hey,
this dude is
listen,
good.
Okay,
I
let me ask you.
understand the
How
argument about
you
resume, but resume is not the end all be all because if we look at Terrence Crawford and we look at Sean Porter, who's the better fighter?
no, not even that.
Who's the better fighter?
Like you
I
just
just said
said.
it, Porter.
Oh, you're crazy. Come on,
No,
you're
I'm
you're
not.
retarded. You're
You're an
retarded.
idiot.
You're
You're the
retarded. It's
biggest
all right.
monkey saying this
You're
walking God
retarded.
green earth.
Like, hold on.
You're
Like
You
he
say
retarded.
some
just
shit
like
right
he
back.
just said. He just brought up Loma. He said Loma's resume with the 16 fights. Okay, cool. How old is Lomachenko? If you don't know, make a guess.
33.
How old
Okay.
is that
How
motherfucker?
how old would you
I
say
Motherfucker
think
Leo
he
Santa
is
160,
Cruz is?
33.
165?
How old would you say
This
Leo
said,
Santa Cruz is?
this dude said Porter.
Yeah,
Probably
Porter.
about 29, 30.
So you okay?
Porter's number 7 on my pound for pound list.
So yeah, he I know what you're doing right now, Hitman. But so what? Leo Santa Cruz about low 30s, Lomba. That's where they at. Haney is
But
22. Where was Leo Santa
oh,
Cruz at when he was 22?
I'm pretty sure he was a world champion around
he
that
was
time.
undefeated. He was undefeated and he was a world champion.
At 22?
Yes.
Okay.
He was pretty young when he won a world title.
Hitman.
At
He's not that
120?
Hitman.
old. Leo's not
Sebi,
that old
stop.
anyway.
All I'm saying is give Devin Haney some more fights before I can
You
judge him. That's all I'm
but
saying.
I'm just talking about the comparison. You
Let's
said
put some more on this. Let's
I'm
put
talking
some
about
more on this
I'm
belt.
just talking about the comparison though. You can't compare Santa Cruz resume who's more closer to the end than the beginning to Haney who hasn't even hit his prime yet. My whole point
That's what I'm saying. When he hit his prime, then we can revisit this conversation. But till now, we only
I was
speaking
going
on he's
I'm going
22
off
and
of
he
what
got potential.
I'm going off of what okay.
This man just said Devin Haney. I mean, he just said Leo Santa Cruz is better than Devin Haney. Man, I'm just like
Okay,
taking it
I
back.
got even better. So you seen Leo Santa Cruz fights against Carl Frampton, his biggest test, right? You seen it, right?
Yes,
And you just seen Haney fight against Linares, right? Which was his biggest test, right?
yes.
Who did better in that biggest test? Leo Santa Cruz over Frampton, the one he also lost to, or Haney with Linares? Because Leo Santa Cruz went 1-1 on Frampton, and both fights you could
Yeah,
argue who won.
not the second one. You can't argue the second one. The second one was a wipeout, unanimous decision. But the reason why I say
So did Leo Santa Cruz do better with Frampton than Haney did with Linares?
the reason why I say the reason why I say Leo because they fought twice and Leo made the proper adjustments that he needed.
No,
So
when Haney had his biggest test, he didn't need to fight twice because he clearly won.
But hold up. Now,
Linares was beating. Frampton was undefeated.
When the first time they fought, yeah, and Frampton won the first fight.
But
Right.
hold up, Sibbie. Just to be annoying, because I always gotta critique something.
Go
You
ahead.
gotta compare Linares and Frampton at the time. Linares coming off of a couple knockouts, older, a little bit. I won't say faded because Linares can still fight, but not really what he was. Frampton
That's
in
why
his prime, undefeated.
I didn't want to use this argument. That's why I used the first argument. That's why I said if Leo Santa Cruz had Haney style, would he have beaten Frampton or Mars more clear than he did before?
Yes.
Or if you don't want
Yes,
to
he
use
would
that,
have. Yes. Look what Jamel Herring just did to Frampton.
or
Yes.
if you don't want to use that, if Haney
Frampton don't
hit
belong
Santa,
in no 130.
What
or
did you
if
just
Haney
say?
had Santa Cruz style, how would he have done against Linares? Even this Linares.
Hold up. Let me backtrack real quick. Did you just say who did the Frampton?
Jamel.
Frampton is done. We know when they fought, he was done. Like we're talking about old Frampton. When Leo Santa Cruz fought Frampton, he was an undefeated
So
champion.
we got to talk about how everybody else is done just to prove that Devin Haney is better than Leo Santa Cruz.
No, what I'm telling
You guys
you
are crazy.
is,
You guys are kind of
listen to what I'm saying.
Hitman know Haney better than Leo.
Yeah.
Listen
The
to what
whole
I'm
Yeah.
saying.
the whole boxing world know it. That's why
No,
any promoter, any management would rather put their money on Devin Haney than they would
So
Leo
why
Santa
Haney ain't
Cruz.
getting
What
no
are you
big
guys
fight yet?
talking about?
this
What are
is
you guys
not what I'm
talking about?
saying. See, now you.
What are y'all
This
talking
is
about?
what I'm saying. This is what I'm saying. If Devin Haney is good, but y'all giving him too much credit
He's better than
at
Leo.
age 22.
All we saying
No,
is he's better than Leo.
he
If
can be better than Lee.
if
He
Leo,
can
if
be. He can be.
Crazy.
But resume wise, he's not.
of
I
course
don't
he's
care
not. He
about
can't
resume.
be. Look at where
I
they're
don't
at
Now,
in
care
their
I
about
know what he's
career.
trying to
resume.
say. I know what
That's
he's
what
trying
I'm
to say.
saying.
I
He's
know
trying
he's
to
trying
say
to say
he ain't
too,
more
but
proven than Leo. That's what he's really trying to say. He ain't
Yeah,
more
he's
proven
not
than
more
Leo.
proven.
I agree.
Exactly.
Look,
That's a better choice of
you know what the
words.
comparison to what he's trying to say is? The compare. I get what he's saying. That's like me. That's like me saying. That's like me saying something like. Matter of fact, what top dog in the welterweight division do you think Jerome Ennis can beat right now?
Jerome Ennis is better than Porter. He's
No.
better than
Okay.
Danny.
All right. So I'm
He's
gonna
better
ask you
than
that. I don't know. I don't know
I
if
don't.
y'all agree. I don't know if
Resume
y'all
is
agree.
not a big thing.
I don't know who y'all agree, but I'm just. This is the point I'm saying. You think Boots is better than Porter, right?
Yes,
But who has the better resume?
Porter.
So you
Porter.
can't always use that.
No, that's you know why.
Exactly. I'm
You know
trying to
why.
tell him
This,
that
no,
I've been off
this
that.
is why I'm. This
Crazy.
is why I'm using that. This is why I'm using that because Boots is not. Boots is up and coming, right?
Like Haney.
He's up and coming. They can fight each other. Leo can't fight Devin Haney. I'm telling you,
So
who
why
is
say
the
he's better?
this is what see we're coming off the conversation. We're coming off the conversation of Leo getting walked down by Tank with the counter punch. Now that took Hitman back against Mustafa. This is where we going because Mustafa come with the bullshit counter punch with the leaning in and all that. That bullshit that he was just talking about. But here's what I'm saying. I'm saying Leo is when Linares fought Devin Haney, we knew Devin Haney was going to win. He's a DAZN fighter, and he needs to it was a step up for him.
Yeah.
He was never going to lose
So
that fight. Never. He clinched 100 times and didn't get a warning. We knew he wasn't going to win.
okay, so didn't Leo Santa Cruz fight Abner Mars twice? He fought him twice.
Yes, yes,
So
yes,
he had a close fight with Abner
yes,
Mars.
yes,
He had a close fight with Abner Mars,
yes.
and he's better than Haney.
But I'm only saying resume wise. I'm only saying resume.
Thank you. He
More
dancing.
proven.
He dancing. He dancing.
How I
You know, a
said
lot
I'm
of
saying.
dancing.
I
A lot
just
of
corrected
dancing.
myself.
A lot of dancing.
Just corrected myself by saying he's more proven than Devin Haney. Not
Yeah, he
saying
should
that.
No, that's
be.
not true. That's not true. That's
Nah,
not true.
What?
You just
nah, no,
Alright,
hold
now
not
on.
you're
true.
bugging.
This is
Now
what I
you're
say.
Not
bugging.
true.
He's
Way
more
more proven
proven,
than
but he
Devin.
should be.
Not true.
Look where he's at.
What do you
Right.
mean
That's
not
what
true?
I'm saying.
Devin's got how
He
many world
should
titles
be.
has Devin won?
Who would
That's not
have a better
true.
career?
No, hold on.
Probably Devin,
Wait,
but
hold on,
not
hold on.
right.
No, before you start saying not true, how many world titles has Devin won?
One.
Okay, one. How many world titles has Leo won?
I think I don't even know if I
How
haven't
many
won.
world
Go ahead and
titles
let
has
me know.
Leo won? You don't
You
even
let
know
me
how
He
many
know.
won
world titles he
3.
won, right?
He,
Three.
he,
Okay, Devin ain't more proven than Leo. Let's get that conversation. Let's get
Okay,
that out the way.
there's
Devin's better
different
than Leo,
calibers
but
of
he's not more
champions,
proven.
dog. If you put Devin in there with Leo, he would wash him.
I would hope that he washed him, but
yeah, I would hope he won
bro,
Destroy him.
Leo is what? 130?
Yeah, yeah.
No,
He
Leo
He
not
130.
130.
He
He's
130.
not 130.
He is 130.
He not. He
He
122.
just
He's
went up
He
there,
got
130,
got
but
mo-
knocked out.
he
He
started at
he
122.
left his
he
soul at
got moved
130.
up. He got moved up to take the Tank fight, man. He was not. Tank blew him up. Tank blew him up.
Hey,
Tank is, I mean, right, like you said, Devin is a big 135 pounder. You said Devin's a big 135 pounder, right?
Who
You
you
said
talking
that,
to?
right? You said Devin's a big 135 pounder, right? That he gonna end up at 140 next year.
yeah, I
Yeah,
think
he said
I
that.
would hope that he
he's
would beat up on little Leo. I would hope
yeah,
that
Yeah,
he
he's
would do
better.
that.
But I
If
mean,
he couldn't beat
I'm
up
just
on
being
little Leo, then something's
I'm
wrong.
really just being antagonistic. The
No,
thing
I'm
is
not. No, I'm not. I'm
I
asking you
said
a
I
question. You're
am.
not
I said
answering.
I am. You have to listen, young man. I said I am. The thing is the
How come
thing
you want
is,
somebody to listen to you, but you don't want to listen?
you guys talking nonsense, man.
How we talking
Talking
nonsense?
nonsense. You said Devin Haney's more
Look,
proven than
all right.
Leo.
We're
And
gonna
you
do it like
saying you're
this.
talking
I'm gonna ask you
I
a
nonsense?
question.
I said that Devin Haney has the potential to be way
Man,
better than Leo,
listen,
but
listen,
right now he's not
listen.
until he
I'm gonna ask
reached
y'all
that
one
point.
question. I'm gonna ask y'all one question. I'm gonna ask y'all one question. Then I'm off here. I'm gonna let Seth get on. I'm gonna ask y'all one question. Right now, knowing everything that y'all know about both fighters, we're not even gonna say before they start or whatever. Knowing everything that y'all know about both fighters, let's say there's a clean slate. Everybody, Devin Haney and Leo are free agents. You have $100 million right now as a promoter.
All right, I'm
You
not
have
doing this Facebook post shit.
Yeah,
No.
yeah. Like
who would you give your money to?
I'm gonna
Yeah,
get
it get too difficult. They run out. They run out. So if you had $100 million and you had the
right.
choice between Devin Haney and Leo Santa Cruz, who would you give the money to?
I will give my money. I will give my money to Devin Haney.
Okay, now I'm going. All right, let's say that.
Let me get Hitman back in.
You know why I
Hitman,
said that?
Hitman, get back in.
You know why I said that? Because Devin Haney is 22. Did that make sense?
Yeah, I know that.
So all I'm saying is, like I gave you the Michael Moore situation. He was 26-0 with 26 knockouts. We didn't know who the 26 people were.
Yeah.
You can't
What's
always
going on, bro?
Set. Good set.
you can't always use a dude because of his record to determine who's the better fighter. You have to fight people.
Well, hold on. What argument is this for?
This is for when I said see the argument started from
Nah,
the
see the thing.
counter
It was just
the
the way you
counterpuncher.
worded it. It was the way you worded it. You said Santa Cruz is better than Haney. I think what you meant to say was he's more proven than Haney.
Right. That's what
Okay,
I
I understood that.
backtracked.
I understand that
But
point.
he wanted me to be wrong so bad
You
that
are
he didn't
wrong.
want me to correct myself.
You
now,
wrong.
I'm
now,
not wrong because I said prove. I meant to say
Okay,
prove
I'll
it.
ask this one question then. Devin Haney 22. So what? So okay, if you had $100 million, who you gonna get the money to? You gonna give it to Bud or you gonna give it to Devin Haney?
I'm gonna give it to Devin Haney because he's 22.
You stay consistent. I'm not gonna argue with you, but I think
The
you're wrong.
reason why is because I'm I'm saying that Devin Haney has the potential to be
Then
better, to have a better resume than Leo Santa Cruz.
Okay.
I
listen,
said, but
my,
Bud.
I mean,
Got
I've
the
been
heavyweight
saying
champ
Go
this
ahead,
coming.
for a
Sid.
while now. Um, I've never really been sold on Devin Haney like
Okay.
everybody else was. You know, like I've been saying that okay, he has good foot movement, he has good jab, but I never saw the next Floyd in Devin Haney.
I haven't
You
either.
know, um, that was always my opinion. What happened this last fight was like the inevitable for me. You know, like I think if Devin Haney goes in there with anybody in that any of those top dogs in that weight class, he'll get ran over.
What about
Ryan
Ryan?
too?
Yeah,
You
yeah.
think you
You
think
said
lose to Ryan Garcia too?
well, I never put Ryan Garcia as the top dude. We
Okay,
talking
okay.
about popular.
I got you. I
We
got you.
talking about popularity. Then Brian Garcia falls in that category. But even Ryan Garcia, you know, like the only thing I would put on Devin Haney over Ryan Garcia is probably, you know, the foot movement. You know, other than that, skill wise, they're probably on the same level. Devin Haney I just see too many flaws inside his arsenal. You know, he
I
has a good jab. That's about it.
I
Now,
seen that too. I did. I said that too. I seen more. I seen flaws in Haney I didn't see before. I give you that. I see way more open flaws of Ryan than Haney. But I did see more flaws in Haney Saturday, then I did four.
But now look who Devin Haney's flaws. Look, I would now this is what I would credit Devin Haney for fighting Linares and getting his flaws exposed, as opposed to Ryan fighting Luke Campbell, getting his flaws exposed. You understand what I'm saying?
Well,
I mean, Luke Campbell is somebody.
Linares on one is you gotta look at styles make fights. Now
Yeah.
Right.
Devin Haney, had he fought, look, I think he went in there trying to make a statement. You know,
He did.
Had he fought Linares, how he fought Gamboa, or you know, just up on his toes boxing around, Linares is a great fighter if you're standing right there in front of him.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? But Devin Haney, he does have the capabilities to I think he had the capabilities to make it a boring, one-sided fight.
He said it himself.
But he actually went out of it. Like that was like Anthony Joshua versus Ruiz 1 and 2. You know what I'm saying? Standing right there in front of Andy Ruiz, you know, he can compete with anybody. But like he fought him, like Anthony Joshua showed him the next fight. Even if people want to say that, okay, he came in out of weight, out of shape and all that shit. Had he fought him the same way the first fight, it would have been a completely different fight. You know, it would have been more one-sided than anything. But you know, Devin Haney has better footwork than he displayed. I think he just tried to show that he has the capabilities of walking somebody down. Now, for I think I heard a couple of things I disagree with, but as far as the Devin Haney and the Santa Cruz thing, you know, Santa Cruz, his style, you know, stylistically, even though he doesn't show, he's a volume puncher. That's his style. You know, he overwhelms people with punches, but he showed that he does have the capability to box. Probably not on an elite level, but he has a capability of boxing. You know, Pacquiao, I don't.
Hold on. So who you think better? Who you think a better fighter, Devin or Leo?
Who's a better fighter or full complete fighter? Probably. You know, I would probably have to say I would probably have to say Devin, but yeah, like I said, I never was really sold on Devin. You know, like I want to go.
Why is it so hard for you to answer that question?
What? Because I'm trying not to be biased. I'm trying not to be biased just because you black.
When I'm asking you, why is it so hard for you to answer that question? I'm asking you because
told you, I'm trying not to be biased just because.
No, it's something to think about, right?
Yeah. Well, before I make a decision on who's a better boxer. Well, are you saying a fighter, boxer? Because he far as come forth game, you know, that's the Santa Cruz has a better come forth, wear a man down game.
Mm-hmm.
You know, he's better right in front of that.
Yeah, that's a fact.
He's better right in front of somebody than Devin Haney
is.
He relies on wearing you down.
But Santa Cruz has shown the capabilities of boxing on his back foot. You know,
but not better than Devin.
But not better than Devin Haney.
Right. Because that's all Devin.
Devin Haney's strong point is up on his toes and a good jab.
Right.
Santa Cruz, his strong point is volume punchings. Like Manny Pacquiao has the capabilities of boxing, but his strong point is being a come forward volume puncher.
That's true.
Okay, now let me ask you. So who has more strong points in their arsenal? Leo or Devin? Who has the most?
I don't think I don't think Devin has been in enough enough situations where he has to
Exactly.
actually display this.
Exactly.
No. What?
No,
That,
that's
wait, hang on, hang
exactly.
on, hang on. I'm not saying that he has more because people didn't even realize that Sean. I've been saying I know Sean Porter since we were kids, and I've been telling people for years that he can box, but I don't think people actually realize that he
They
can
don't think
box
that. They
until
don't
the.
think that on this show set. These guys don't think
Whoa,
that.
whoa,
I don't
whoa,
know
Don't
about
think
whoa.
what?
Briz.
What you
I don't know
talking
Not
about
about?
me.
Sibbie. I ain't gonna say Sibbie. I ain't gonna say
Hold up.
Sibbie or Briz. I ain't
Did
gonna
you
say Sibbie. I ain't
ever?
gonna say you, Briz.
This your
I'm not gonna
first
say.
time being on here with me. Did you ever
I'm
hear me
not. I
even
just
mention?
said my bad, y'all. I'm not
You
gonna
never
say
even
you.
heard me mention Sean Porter.
I'm not gonna say you. I'm not gonna say you. But two of the people that I had encounters with on this show, they don't think a lot of the fighters could box. They don't. They think a lot of them are trash on here. A lot of them are really disrespectful when it comes to fighters. But
Yeah,
go
I
ahead.
think Sean
Dosette
Porter,
got to
Finish your point,
watch
to
Sibbie.
more
be
often.
to be honest with you, I think Sean Porter is better when he do box.
Well,
I mean, my bad, Briz. I didn't mean to lump you in that group, but yeah.
Yeah, I
no.
think he's better when he do box.
Now, Sean Porter, like people saying that is brawling, but is boxing is hit and not get hit. You know, if he has a strategy behind, overwhelming people with pressure, but he's actually he's actually taking away the option of getting hit, like he did with Adrian Broner, who was probably one of the best. Even though a lot of people,
You know he did it good against Berto. Berto.
no. Actually, Sean Porter during that Berto fight, he showed flurries of the amateur Sean Porter, who was a straight power puncher.
Yeah, but you know what? What we was talking about earlier is the way he was able to control that fight is because he had no respect for Berto's power at all. None.
I think it'll be a better
Sean
example if you
Porter
would say
doesn't
when
have
he
a lot
fought
of respect for
Alexander.
nobody's power, but
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's in there.
And I could see
he's a different breed.
Telefimo Lopez being the same way against Devin Haney.
Nah, I can't. It's just hard for me to see that. But I can see. I still edge Teofimo with the win. Somebody asked
yeah.
about Valdez against some of these fighters
I
that
would
we
go with
named.
Telefino as well.
Yeah, I think I'm edging. I edge Teofimo, but I think Haney still has a big chance at winning the
That's
fight too. Probably
yeah.
60-40. I say 60-40.
I know Devin Haney is not going to take as many risks with Telefimo as he did Linares.
That's
Nowhere
a fact.
near.
That's a
No,
fact.
put it down. You always getting cuts.
Hey, they said how would
Get your
Valdez
cup
do
right there.
against some of these fighters? I think all these fighters.
Valdez
I
at
think
130. We talking about 135 fighters.
yeah.
You gotta name someone
He
at
need to
30.
fight Shakur and get stopped.
He probably gonna fight Heron first.
You need to fight Shakur and get stopped. If any one of them fight each other before they fight Shakur, that's bullshit.
That's what they're trying to do already. Heron and Valdez trying to unify.
If they fight each other because they both about to have a fight. Well, Valdez isn't,
When
but
you get a cut, you
Shakur's
gotta
supposed to have fought
say
the
on
winner
the
of
table.
the
And then when you
Frampton
want some
versus
more water, get your
Either
cup and sit on the
either
table.
Heron's
Stop,
man.
stop getting
Shakur
noise.
is a
You got
mandatory
drink the
for
same cup.
Heron, and Valdez been ducked Shakur.
Yeah, that's bullshit. One of them got to
Drink the
fight that
water out
man.
of the
One of them Valdez. If
See,
Valdez,
that's
Hold
the
up, baby. I'm on the
me and Tyler
call.
was actually talking about that shit a little while ago, and we were saying that that's the difference between Devin Haney and Shakur. Well, one, Devin Haney is like Shakur is way his boxing IQ is on a different level than Devin Haney. And his offensive game is on a different level than Devin Haney. Devin Haney, he has good footwork, but Shakur has the ability to stay right there in the pocket and hit and not get hit.
yeah, that's true.
You know what I'm saying? He can walk a dude down with not even being a power puncher, but a solid, and he's developing punching power as he go along.
Yep.
You know, the ability to stay right there in that damn pocket, a
And not get
southpaw,
hit. And not get hit.
and not
That's
get
very
hit.
difficult.
That shit look like a sparring session. He look like he working Mitch when he going there and fight.
Shakur is a dangerous body puncher too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Because like I said, the how poised he is when he's in that ring. Like I said, it really does look like the man is just working Mitch.
You know,
It was
and
for a C fight. That's not his fault. It's not his
Yeah, that
fault.
ain't his fault.
But Devin fought a C fighter. Devin fought a C fighter for that belt. To be honest with you, he got touched a lot. So
No.
it's just
Devin didn't fight nobody for the belt.
no.
Yeah,
He fought.
yeah,
He fought.
they sent that shit in
No,
the
no, no,
mail.
no.
Yeah, they
He fought.
sent that because Loma got requested a
No, no,
franchise
no, no.
belt.
He fought the. I can't
He
remember this
fought
guy's
afterwards.
name. He
He
fought the
gave him the belt,
Hispanic
and then
guy.
he
He did
defended the
fight
belt.
the Hispanic guy for the belt. It was for the championship, and then that's when he won it. He had to win that fight for it. He had to,
Matter of fact, just to fit, so
Linares is not a C.
he fought for a regular belt, and then when
Linares
Loma
was a world
requested to be
champion. He's not a
Yeah,
franchised,
C-level
Linares
then
is
they
fighter.
not a
elevated.
C-level fighter. You know, like
Linares,
I hate when people you can't
yeah,
discredit a man after a loss.
no,
Like
no,
I
no,
right.
hate when people start
no.
calling
He think I'm saying Linares is a C class fighter. No, not Linares.
no,
It
no,
was
no,
a
no, no.
it was a
He's
guy.
saying I think he is.
No,
No,
he's
he
He's
asking.
saying
asked a question.
He's
he's
He
asking.
saying
said,
that Linares is
He's
a C
asking. He
fighter.
just
no,
asking.
he asking. He asking the question. He's saying Linares a C-class fighter
No,
with a
no,
question mark. Linares,
no.
no, we know he ain't no C-class fighter.
No, I'm talking about the guy. This guy, the dude. He was I think it was a Dominican fighter that Devin fought, and that's when he won the belt. Trust me. I know it was foreseen that he was gonna win the belt, so it seems like he just got it, but he had to actually fight that guy for the belt.
Yeah, I meant to say he fought for the regular belt, but then when Loma requested franchise, they elevated Haney to super champion.
Okay, yeah,
So
yeah. So who's that guy that he
that's
fought
what.
for the regular belt? Because he fought.
I don't know his name. I believe I know you're talking about. Did he knock him out?
That's what I was
No,
talking about.
Okay,
He
I'm
went
no,
thinking
that's
of
the one
something else.
after the fight. He had the shoulder. He had the
he
shoulder injury after the
Okay,
fight.
you're right.
the
You're right.
regular belt, but he didn't fight for that title. They changed the regular belt into a title. That's why
Yeah,
everybody,
once Loma got elevated to franchise,
yeah,
that's what I was saying.
Yeah, he ducked.
yeah.
He ducked Devin because Devin was gonna beat him, Briz.
Who he
Yeah,
dug who?
you see how I come back around, right, Briz? He
Who dug
ducked
who?
Loma, ducked Devin because he knew he was gonna beat him.
No, because it's high
Uh,
risk, low reward. That's why. Once
No,
again, no,
because
it's high risk, low reward.
I
Listen,
lost.
I'm not fighting you and lose my belt for 100,000. You're not bringing nothing to the table at the time.
But what you just said is his point. You said you're not fighting him and lose your point, your belt. Loma knew it was a
Exactly.
possibility of
He
losing his
would
belt.
lose.
Yeah,
That's
but
what
if
you
I'm
He
gonna
said.
ducked.
lose my belt, yeah,
he
I'm gonna lose
does.
my belt, make some
I
money.
that
He
Devin
ducked.
Haney would have beaten
He ducked.
Lomachenko.
You said you
No,
what?
not at all. Not
I
at
didn't.
all.
I don't think
I
so
didn't.
either.
Not at
I didn't.
all.
That Devin Haney would have beat Lomachenko.
I don't think so either.
Not at
Yeah,
all.
yeah.
But
So when you bang, so
Beat
look,
Lom.
hey Mustafa,
He
when you
has.
bow down to bang your head, slam that joint up against the floor. Because Devin Haney, it ain't no way in hell Devin Haney was gonna beat
Wait. I
Lomachenko.
ain't gonna say he had no chance at all.
Yeah, I ain't went that far.
I would have leaned. I would have leaned towards Devin. I would have leaned towards Lomachenko over Devin Haney.
No,
Listen,
not me.
I
Not
would
the
have
me.
leaned
reason why,
towards Devin.
listen,
Not
you
me.
cannot have one flaw in that ring
That's
against
not true.
Lomachenko.
That's not true because Toledo beat
What?
Lomachenko.
Who?
Toledo.
Salida.
Even Lopez had flaws. Why you think Loma started coming back the second half of the fight?
Listen to this. You would take Devin Haney's flaws and put him in the ring with Lomachenko?
Mm-hmm.
No, I'm not
Yeah,
saying that. I'm not
I
saying
would.
that. You
That's been
said,
that
no, I'm going to your point. You said you can't have no flaws. I'm just saying that's not true. I'm not
him
saying Devin Haney's flaws.
who had no flaw, who had flaws against who didn't have flaws against Lomachenko.
Lopez. You seen the second half of the fight, right?
No, listen to what I'm saying. Lomo Lopez is not Devin Haney.
Yeah, but he had flaws is what I'm saying,
You
though.
can Lopez can have flaws. Devin Haney, the flaws that Lopez has is not won't get him knocked out against the Lomachenko the way the flaws that Devin Haney has
Hold on. Because
against
we can't
Lomachenko.
do that. We can't do that. Because
Why?
one of the biggest reasons Lopez beat Loma because Loma didn't do nothing the first 6 rounds. And then Loma started exposing the flaws that was there.
Okay. Do Devin Haney fight Lomachenko in the pocket?
No, why would he?
But he did it against he tried it against Linares.
We just said that he wouldn't fight. He wouldn't even fight. He wouldn't even fight Lopez in a pocket.
But he will fight Devin Haney in the pocket.
No, we talking about
we talking about Devin Haney wouldn't fight Lopez in the pocket.
No, not at all.
And so why would he fight if he wouldn't fight some? And Lopez, he kept his range and small check hooks and shit like that against
Loma.
Goddamn Lomo. Why would he fight a power puncher in the pocket that has just as good a counter punching ability?
That's why I
close that gap. You seen what started happening?
Yeah, but what it would make no sense for Devin Haney to even attempt to fight Lopez in a pocket. But it would be best for him to keep him now that he has a recipe for going after Lopez. I mean, going after Lomachenko, I would give him a better chance now than I did then. Because we haven't seen Lomachenko fight more than one way.
Briz don't think that because he think that recipe has to have power in it. He think that
No.
Devin Haney ain't got the power.
I don't think Devin Haney has the power to stop. Like I used the example. I used Sean Porter, Andre Berto. I use that example as to say, once a fighter don't respect your power, it becomes a whole different fight. That's what I was getting at. And I don't think Devin Haney has the power to stop Lopez from coming forward if he decides that he want to come forward.
Lopez or Loma?
Lopez.
Oh yeah. Okay. I think Devin got enough snap. Yeah, I think he got enough snap to get anybody, slow anybody down in front of him and not just have him walk him down. I don't think nobody walks him down. But
I think he got just as much pop as Lomachenko. I think Lomachenko just has a better
punch selection.
His style works better for his power.
Yeah,
punch selection.
Like Devin Haney, he like if he sits down on his punches, he hits just as hard as Lomachenko.
And I think that Devin, man, Devin needs to be more.
He doesn't even hurt a whole lot of people. He frustrates the hell out of people.
That's what I was about to say. Frustrating.
Which is important as well, but I think Devin needs to be more systematic with his selection. Like when he finds things that works, I think he needs to be more consistent with those shots. And because I think that 2 to the body, he threw it a lot.
With a trainer.
You said what?
It's hard to do if you're not even consistent with a trainer.
With a trainer, facts. That's a great point because he switches trainers too much, man. I don't like that. But
a part of the training switching up, but he don't go with no trainer that's not known. So like we saw what the dude that was the young cat that was in Tyson Fury corner inside
Davidson.
Yeah, Ben Davidson.
Yeah, Ben Davidson. I'm like, he don't fuck with nobody unless of course they have a name. You know,
but inconsistency. But I don't like the inconsistency. I don't like the inconsistency either, though. I mean, I got respect for those.
I don't even think his dad going to the. I think his dad trains him, but I think he's going to him for his for the marketing strategy. Just as somebody say, "Oh, I wonder how he's going to fight now with what's the name in his corner. I wonder how he's going to fight now with this person in his corner." That's all marketing strategy.
Who is this? Haney you talking about?
Yeah.
Yeah, they have.
What was the big story last year? Not was it earlier this year when Tank had a fight coming up? Tank and Devin was talking back and forth, and they saw Mayweather working the mix with Devin Haney.
Tank got mad.
You know what I'm saying? Like that's a marketing strategy.
Hey y'all, I mean, hey Seb, I appreciate you letting me on, yo. Hey, it's a blessing talking to all y'all, man. Good night, yo. Hey Briz, it was nice meeting you. I know you don't like me, but it's all right.
Hey man, listen, man, I love you, bro. I love you, man. Like we all brothers on this joint, man. I don't got no hate for no brothers, man. I ain't got hate for nobody.
I'm messing with you. You have a good night. I said you already know what it is. I'll see you sometime this week, Seb.
All right.
All right, now, bro.
Yeah, I'm about to head on out too.
Yeah, I'm out of here, fellas.
They said you got to start watching this more often.
Yeah, man, I'm gonna get on you, bro. I'm gonna get on you, man. Like I haven't been able to watch any damn social media really
Hey, but
lately.
listen to this real quick,
Hey, I
right?
got a YouTube if you ever want to watch.
Hold up, but listen to this. Listen to this, right? I was watching it. I was watching it, right? I'm watching the comments. Yo, like we had a lot of people in this joint today, man. Like, yeah, Wallow in this joint.
I seen
You
that
know,
too.
yeah,
I
like we
seen
had
that
a lot
too.
of, you know what I'm saying? It's good. They like the content.
Hey, appreciate it. All y'all help. So
Hey
couldn't
man,
get
listen.
without y'all.
Yeah, I seen a lot of people in there. I seen like a lot of fight fans, a lot of fight clubs. You know what I mean? They voicing their opinion. That's what's
We
up.
we gonna get bigger. We just getting started. You seen the progress. We don't gonna get bigger.
Right. I needed Jimmy in
Yo,
here. You should have got Jimmy in here.
Yeah, he just got married yesterday, so I knew he was gonna be out today.
Yeah.
yo,
But he started his own though.
Yeah.
hit me up, man. I'll see if I can get you some shout outs, bro.
Oh, appreciate that. I will.
All right, now, dope.
All right,
All right,
y'all.
man, y'all take it easy.
One.